Hello everyone, welcome to Rob's Gaming Table. I'm Rob, and we're here to play some dice. Nope. We're here to play some Dungeons, Dice, and Danger. Published by Ravensburger or Aaliyah, some brand underneath them or something. Designed by Richard Garfield. Yes, it's a dungeon crawler. We're playing another dungeon crawler. I know. When you think super epic, long fantasy dungeon crawler playthroughs, you automatically think of Rob's Gaming Table. I know you do. We do them a lot here. And this is no exception. So today we are playing a fantasy themed dungeon crawler, as usual. I know you're probably bored of seeing those, but we're going to play another one. And I'm going to do it solo today. Yes, that's right. I'm playing the whole game, full playthrough solo today, which I do sometimes. But hello everyone, how are you doing? Hello to those watching live. Hello to you watching later. For those live, I put a poll in the chat, just curious if you like the genre, one of the genres that this game falls into. Just curious if you like those type of games. Just out of curiosity. I know I've talked about it before on the stream. I have a few of these types of games, but I've never really streamed them before just because it was like the effort of creating streams and all that stuff just for like smaller games. I don't usually like doing too much, but yeah, I'm gonna try some lighter games out this week. We'll see. There's some others coming. Just stay tuned. And maybe more of this one, if you guys are interested in more of it. We'll see how the stream goes today, though. Full disclosure, this game was purchased by us, not provided by the publisher or anything like that. We purchased this game ourselves. We're playing this game. It's fully funded by those who support us through over here, through Patreon, and clicking the join button down below, and super chats and whatnot. So thank you for supporting the channel. We grabbed this game actually at Gen Con last year. If you were following the channel about a year ago, we started looking at games coming out at Gen Con, and this was one of them. And it had Richard Garfield's name on it, you know, the creator of Keyforge, and then some other little card game from the 90s that no one ever plays. But anyways, and King of Tokyo, a very popular gateway game in our hobby. But this is designed by Richard Garfield, and so that caught my attention. It's fantasy themed and all that. So yeah, I was pretty interested in it at Gen Con last year. But yeah. Matthew's here. Hello, Matthew says, hey Rob, hello everyone. We love polls and Rob's Gaming Table, just FYI. Okay, good to know. Good to know. I figure you guys like polls. But I'm just curious, like out of my audience, I put the poll in the chat right now is, do you like roll and write games? Just out of curiosity. I was gonna say something like, do you play them regularly? You know, but then I was like, nah, do you like them? If you like them, you played a few in the past, do you even like the genre, you know, or that category? But yeah. This is only the second one I've ever played, just FYI. So I don't usually play those types of games, but you slap fantasy and dungeon crawling and loot and stuff, sign me up. Sign me up. So yeah, hello. Thank you to all 16 people so far who've clicked the like button. Much appreciated. Thanks for helping the YouTube algorithm promote the stream. Much appreciated. Thank you. And we're almost hitting 18,000 subscribers, so thank you so much for subscribing. Awesome. All right, let's talk about the game, I guess. As we usually do, let's talk about it. This Dungeon Dice and Danger came out last year, like I said, Gen Con. I don't know if it was an early release or whatever, but anyways, it came out last year, a few months back. So far, it's ranked in the 2000s. It's in the family category, it seems to be, but very low, 555. Rated at 7.1, but all that's meaningless. At the weight of 1.93. It's not the lightest game I've played, but on the lighter end. And yeah, 1 to 4 players, supposedly best with 2. So this game is like, has multiplayer rules, and then a very tiny section at the back for a solo variant, and we are playing the solo variant today. I'll mention some of the differences. I've not played multiplayer yet. I do want to play it. I don't know if I'll play it on stream, but I do want to try it. Seems fun. But I'll try to explain it so you guys understand like the differences between the solo mode. But yeah, maybe we'll play it on stream. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, 45 to 60 minutes. So added on my usual stream time and ranting and talking about what I'm doing and interacting with the chat, this should be about a 6-hour stream. Just kidding. Hope not. We'll see though. Maybe we'll play more than one playthrough today. Maybe we'll play more playthroughs of this game tomorrow. all just depends on how interested you guys are in seeing more playthroughs of the game. So again, click that like button. That helps me know too, whether you guys are interested or not. Maybe we can do like a goal. We're at 20 likes already. I don't know. What do you think? Do like 50 likes by the end of the stream. I'll play more of it on another stream. I don't know. I don't know what to do. I don't know the numbers. I'm not sure. Anyways, we'll see. We'll see. Maybe I'll just play it anyway. Hey Janet. Brian says, been playing a lot more roll and write games lately as they're usually cheaper, and I can play in between all the massive campaign games I have bought, I think you mean. Yes, that's basically what I'm doing. We're in the middle of playing through Frosthaven, right? Every weekend we're playing some Frosthaven. We're like 24 or 5 episodes in. We spend hours streaming that every weekend. We also are weekly now playing Hunters AD 2114 or 2144 or whatever the heck the year is of that game. So that's a pretty epic campaign game we just started recently. We're playing episode 2 hopefully this week. Yeah, lots of heavier campaign games. We usually have a couple going on at once. Sometimes we have 3, and I'm trying not to do that. So I'm going to play some of these games, some lighter kind of games to kind of just have some fun. Streaming something that's not so long and complex rules and 60-page rule books and stuff. So yeah, I can see playing more of these to like lighter games to kind of just cleanse the palate, play between your big game sessions and stuff. So yeah, I'm not against playing lighter games. It's just streaming lighter games. They don't tend to do as well on the channel. They're also not my bread and butter. They're not something that drive me to the hobby. They're a nice side benefit of the hobby. They're a way I use to pull players into the hobby, like off stream and stuff. So, or I play with family, my daughter growing up and stuff. Obviously, I'd play tons of lighter games for that. But just streaming them, they're not like my passion. But spoiler, this game is fun. I do like it. Otherwise, I would not stream it. Again, I'm only streaming this because I want to. No link to any publisher, nothing. You know. So if you're watching this publisher, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Just kidding. Hey Bob, how's it going? Bob Bell's here. A lot of roll and writes also travel well, which I do a fair bit of. Yes, I was gonna do some, I'll do an unboxing. Listen, you guys are getting a bonus today. You're gonna get a full playthrough at the end, like I've been doing for 10 years. I'll talk about the game at the end of the playthrough. Give you my thoughts. I will also, I'll unbox it and I'll teach you it all today on stream. All today, unboxing bonus at the start. We'll look at all the components in this massive dungeon crawler, okay? Just so you know, you're here for it, all right? But yes, very travel friendly though. This game's kind of a bigger box for what's in there, but it has to be this big to fit the pads. So let's do a little unbox here. It's gonna be a long unboxing, all right? You guys ready? Here we go. Okay, we have a rule book. Okay, there was like 17 rule books, one for every language. Of course, I only speak one language, so I threw the rest in the recycle. Then I learned that the English translated rule book's full of errors. So you have to find online some unofficial corrections from the Board Game Geek forums, which we'll talk about on stream. But these rules are full of mistakes, which sucks. So it was a little rough reading this and then trying to play, and then I had 100 questions and I look on the line. I'm like, oh, that's why I have questions. There's some errors in here. But yeah, nice little quick rule book. Some like, you know, quick reminders if you're coming back to the game after a while. You just can quickly read these little points and it reminds you of what's going on. Okay, there's your rule book. That's it. But again, there was a whole bunch of rule books, one for every language, at least in the copy I had. And we bought it directly from the publisher at Gen Con from their booth. So there's pads of, I don't know, like 50 of 4 different scenarios. And each, it's double-sided. Each paper is double-sided. Nice thick papers to write on. So yeah, I'll talk about what all this stuff is, but you get this huge pad of a whole bunch of these 2, and then you have another one. So there's 4 different scenarios, and you'll see the scenario name down here. We have the Puzzled Pyramid, and they're increasing in difficulty. So I think this one's the hardest one, the Defiant Dinosaurs. Okay, so we're not going to play these today, but we're definitely playing the intro, the novice level one. We'll play this one today called Annoyed Animals, and then maybe we can stream this one if you guys are interested, the Clumsy Cultists, which is the easy level one, and then it goes to like hard and I don't know, super hard. I'm not sure. It says in the rule book. There's different, yeah, right here. Okay. Novice, easy, standard, and expert. I don't know. I'm definitely not an expert. I've only played this game one time, but yeah, we'll see. So there you go. You get those 2 pads, and then look, you get 5 dice. The coolest, flashiest custom dice I've ever seen in a board game. They are that light wood where you basically cannot feel them in your hand. They're made of space-aged wood materials. So yeah, you got 5 super expensive custom dice. Okay. And then you have these super expensive, top of the line, custom premium, Kickstarter exclusive, pre-order bonus pencils. Okay. You get 4 of those for the 4 players that you can play in the game. You can sharpen them about 3 times before they disintegrate into nothing, just FYI. And this cool insert, okay, this cool custom insert. All right, this is what you get. This is like super expensive premium fantasy dungeon crawling stuff, okay? All right, that's the unboxing. It's pure pterodactyl bone. Yes, yes it is. Yes it is. Let's grab a pencil, and then we can put these back. There you go. Oh yeah, we didn't look at the back of the box. I got excited because I thought we'd be forever in all those components. Oh, it's upside down. Oh no. Oh no, OCD, OCD. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Hold on, hold on. Whoa. Imagine if I put this box upside down, how all those components would get all messed up in there. Take forever to sort them out. Yeah, this is like fully multilingual. Like they just send this one copy like everywhere. It's like they have all the languages like all over it. So I think there was like 5 different rule books in the box originally. But I threw them in the recycle. I forgot to put them back in the box for, you know, flashing how much paper was in this box. Yeah, Ravensburger. Yeah, Ravensburger. There you go. There you go. Anyways, that's the box. Stop making me dice jealous, says Adam. Oh my god. Such a bonus show. Insert still looks better than FFG inserts. Yes, Brian, I agree. They've gotten better though. They're getting better. You should see the one they put in Marvel Dagger this year. They're actually, the LCG inserts have improved a little bit, and they're actually plastic now, and you can actually put cards in them. And also, what's the other one? Yeah, Marvel Dagger, the like Marvel themed Eldritch Horror coming out this year. I saw like an FFG live streamer, they were unboxing it and showing, they actually have an insert in there, like a vacuum seal insert where everything has a place. I was like, wow, like only took what, 20 years for them to figure out how to do that? Anyways, so yeah, things are changing. Things are changing. That joke's gonna not make sense anymore if they keep it up. Yes, Bob Bell, you're welcome for the in-depth unboxing. Is this my grandmother's bridge game? Oh no. Okay, okay. All right, all right. All right. Okay, so I have one sheet here. Here's the level we're playing. Are you guys ready to learn how to play this game and how this all works so you can follow along? And again, we're playing solo mode, which is a little different than the multiplayer mode. So yeah, let's talk about it. So what we're gonna do on our turn, okay? We roll dice. Okay, we roll dice, and then we look for pairs. Okay, and we look at the white dice only. Okay, by default. Why are we rolling a black die? Well, in the regular mode, the active player at the table who's rolling these 5 dice can use that black die with no penalty or anything to make their 2 pairs. So they can ignore one of the white dice if they want, or ignore the black die. But no other player at the table can use that black die when creating their pairs. And what are the pairs for? To pair up 2 different numbers to then cross off rooms in the dungeon. Okay, and we'll talk about the different rooms. But you're just trying to make pairs, okay? So for this, I could make a 5 and a 7, or I could take a 4 and an 8, or if I was the active player in a multiplayer game, I could use the black die, and I could make like a 3, you know, like a 3 and an 8, and ignore this 3 or something like that, right? And what I'm trying to do in this game is make 2 pairs and cross off 2 things on the board, the 2 things in the dungeon. I'm trying to progress through the dungeon from these starting spaces, Okay, these green spaces over here and over here are starting spaces, right? So when I cross one off, I can't cross it off again, but it counts as an explored room, okay? And as long as I can cross off 2 things in a multiplayer game, I don't lose a health. And this is my health meter, right? And when you're using your health meter, you're basically trying to get the best victory points at the table in a multiplayer game, the regular version of the game. And you'll lose negative points if you start taking hits where you can't use those pairs effectively to mark things off, okay? So as long as I mark off, like, you know, I take the, let's say I'm not the active player and I can use the black die. I'm a passive player in a multiplayer game. I could take the 7 and this 5, and then I could mark off like this 5 here, and maybe this 7. Yeah, that's pretty much what I would do. But if I had like this was a 5, maybe, no, let's say I had like this. Okay, let's say I had a 4 and a 3, you know, or I could make it a 5 and a 2. Would that work good? No, I would take the 4 and the 3. I could mark off this 4 first and explore this room, and then mark off this 3 room and kind of start progressing into these monster layers here inside the dungeon, okay? But if I could only use one pair and the other pair was not available, I would have to lose a health, okay? But we're playing the solo variant, and in the solo variant, I'm always a passive player. I can't use the black die, okay? I only can use the white. But why am I rolling the black die then? Because I have a special ability over here on the right, where if I cross off 1, 2, 3 times in the whole game, I can use the black die in my pairs if I want. But once those 3 are used up, can't use the black die ever again unless I find a treasure room that have loot. If I unlock one of these treasure rooms by rolling a 3 in this case, and I've explored my way to that 3, so I would have had to uncover like this 12 here, or maybe I defeated the main boss in here, and then I uncovered the 4, then I could travel to the 3 if I rolled a 3, right? Then I would cross this room off, and you'll see this all as we play through. It'll make more sense than my explanation, I'm sure. When I cross off one of these yellow rooms, I can choose one of these 3 powers, okay? And in the game, on all the different sheets, everyone will have like, these have the same powers, but they'll have like different rooms and different rules and different monsters and starting spaces and stuff. I just want to lay that out there. So there'll be some things we don't even talk about rules-wise that are not in the novice playthrough, okay? In the basic Annoyed Animals map. But on here we have these abilities, so I could unlock this ability here to be able to use the black die 3 more times in the game. And I would cross it off each time I used it. Or I could get this torch, which will allow me to access a room that's adjacent to another explored room, and that could even be hitting a monster adjacent to an explored room, and a monster that I've reached. Or I could unlock this little health here. I would gain a gem, which are worth 3 points each. We'll talk about gems in a sec. But I would unlock 3 more health spaces that I could check off instead of reducing my health here. Now, in the regular game, reducing my health in a multiplayer game would hurt me points-wise. In a solo game, it just basically, I ignore all the numbers on the track, but if I get down to the skull space, I end the game and I total up my score. In multiplayer though, if I hit this last space, I'm dead, I'm out of the game, I don't count my score, I can't win, I go and cry in the next room while everyone else keeps playing, and then I don't want to play ever again, okay? So there's player elimination in the regular version, but it most likely won't happen until near the end of the game anyway. But just FYI. But in the solo game, ignore all the numbers on the health meter. It's just like a turn track if I miss on using 2 pairs. In addition, in solo though, there is a rule that I also have to lose a health if I don't damage a monster on my turn. That's a solo variant rule. So if I don't check off a box on a monster, like right here, you can see these are the health boxes for the monsters. Once I mark off 4 on the purple pup, I would cross out that monster, and now that's a fully explored room, and I can move on beyond it. And I can enter it from different ways, okay? But if I don't damage a monster on my turn, I lose a health. And if I don't use both pairs, that's fine as long as I damage a monster in solo. In solo, if I damage a monster, I only need to use 1 pair. And I don't lose points for not doing 2 pairs. But if I don't damage a monster on my turn and don't use both pairs, like I get blocked, then I lose 2 health. 2 health on the turn, I think. I'm pretty sure that's how it works. And oh, I can lose 3 health too, right? If I use no pairs and don't damage a monster, that's 3 health lost. I'm pretty sure in solo. I'm pretty sure, but not 100% because the rulebook's not clear and there was no official confirmation. And we'll look at some of the FAQ stuff, which still doesn't answer it. But that's how I'm playing. Okay, that's just how I'm playing, FYI. Unless someone finds the designer saying otherwise, but that's how I'm playing. Okay, so rooms here. We have the green rooms. Okay, these are starting spaces. I can always mark off a starting space, even if I haven't explored the space adjacent to it. Those are like the friendly spaces. So as long as I've marked off this 5 or this 8, I could go to this 9. But if I have like this 5 and 8 marked off, I could still mark off an 11, even if I didn't have 10, because starting spaces are good. So basically on a turn, I can use a pair to mark off a starting space or a space adjacent to a space I've explored, okay? And that includes attacking monsters. So if I've crossed off this 3, I could roll a 5 and assign the 5 to damage its monsters. See the way it's written in black? That is similar to these written in black. So if I roll a 5 and I've explored this monster room from one of these adjacent spaces at least, I would be able to do a damage to the monster assigning one of my 5s, okay? But the 3 and the 9 are not filled in. But if I use these gray spaces, they're called like activation spaces or activating spaces, I will activate an additional like weakness or whatever on the monster that I can attack them with those numbers also. So if I cross off this 9 and this 3, I would fill in the 3 and the 9. And then on 3 5s or 9s, I'd be able to assign damage to the monster. If I defeat the monster, in a multiplayer game, the first player to defeat them gets this first reward, and the rest of the players, if they ever defeat that monster, get the weaker reward. But in solo, I always get the best reward. And that way I just cross off gems down here on my little score track down at the bottom. And then each check mark, each gem I get, each little crossed off box is worth 3 points, okay? As shown on the bottom here. And since health doesn't matter, we don't need to play that, okay? So that's how you do monsters. That's how you activate other ways to beat monsters. This is how you progress through the dungeon, okay? There's some other ways to get gems. If I cross off this 2 room here, for example, I get a gem, okay? We talked about treasures. We know how to get those. You got to explore to them, cross them off, you get an ability, okay? There's these other rooms which are doubles rooms. So if you have 2 dice that are the same, no matter what number they are, that's how you get through that room. You have to assign a double. So I can do 2 1s, 2 3s, whatever. Then there's these other ones up here. These like, I don't know what they're called, but basically, if I can get a 12 using 2 pairs, so that would be with 2 6s, I can cross this off, and then I get to punch every monster in the dungeon, even the ones I've not reached yet, that have health available. So if I go for those super hard spaces that are hard to get, like it's hard to get, 2 5s to do this smash here, I have to get through this monster, and then I have to get 2 5s and cross this space off. I could damage the boss, this monster, these guys down here. I could damage every monster in the dungeon. And there's even a bonus on this map or whatever, this dungeon. If I can get 5 out of, I think it's 6 of those spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I think. If I get 5 of 6 of them, I can also earn 3 more gems, okay? So there's little like achievements to getting those too. Also, this little achievement down here, if I can connect the 2 starting spaces on each side of the board, I would also get 3 more gems. So if I can draw a path of explored rooms, across to these starting spaces over here, I will also get more points. Okay, that's what that is. Any other rooms that I did not cover? I think that's it on this map, but there are other variant rooms on the other boards and stuff. But I think I covered everything on this paper. And then we just put our total score down here after we added up all our gems at the end of the game. And remember, the game ends in 2 ways. One of them I mentioned is if I run out of life, I end the game in solo mode and I total up my score, which isn't in the rule book, but that's how it works, based on errata. And the other way is by defeating all monsters in the dungeon. Okay. Yes, don't sleep on this game. Like, I looked at it last year before Gen Con, like, okay, it's Richard Garfield, it's fantasy, dungeon crawling. Okay, it's, I'll buy it as a joke. But when I actually looked at it at the con, I was going to pass on it. But then they like showed us how it worked. And Mel and I were like, yeah, let's get it. Like, it looks cute, looks fun, let's do it. But it's actually pretty neat. It's actually pretty neat. So yeah. And we're going to play through the whole thing. Yeah, it does look really fun, actually. It is really neat. It is really neat. Lots of choice, right? Like how you use your pairs and what you choose and when you choose to lose health or use a special ability or which monster you decide to attack. Because remember, when you're attacking monsters, you're using up dice possibilities, right? So it's like sometimes you want to leave a monster alive to like let them be an option for a die roll. So you remember, you have to, in a solo mode, I have to hit a monster on a turn or I lose health. And if I don't hit a monster, I have to make sure I use at least both my dice, or I'll lose more than 1 health, right? Or both my pairs, I should say, both my pairs. So yeah, hopefully that makes sense. If you have any questions, let me know. But we'll play through it here. It'll probably make sense. It's like pretty straightforward stuff. If I got any rules wrong, let me know in the comments below if you're watching this later and there's like some clarification of a rule that I couldn't find. But I do want to just point out there was a I think it's the most popular file on the BoardGameGeek.com website under this game in the file section. There was this, someone put together a little errata document based on all the errata that was answered by the designers and then some errata that wasn't, but this is kind of like how it works. So basically the English rulebook was like tons of mistranslations. So yeah, there's just some clarification. So I recommend if you're learning this game, you got it, you're reading the rulebook and you're like, huh, what do I do in this situation? Or that doesn't seem clear. There is actually even how the game ends is not correct in a multiplayer game. In a multiplayer game, it says in the rulebook you have to defeat all monsters, but that's not true. It's basically, they say it ends once all players have beat all monsters or something, but it really just ends when all the monsters are defeated among all the players at the table collectively. So once, like, you know, if I beat this monster and another player beats this monster, that's 2 monsters now out of the 7 or whatever that have been defeated at the table. So we keep going till all of them have been defeated by at least somebody. But that's how it was intended, but not how the rulebook is written. So just FYI, you might have been playing this game wrong for like the last year if you don't go in Board Game Geek and dig through forums and stuff, which is like so embarrassing, so bad for such a small game. Like, it's crazy that the proofreading is that bad. But yeah, right here. So like it's like it definitely changes the length of the game. And then there's like errata on some of the different maps, and the solo has some errata, how the solo game ends. Okay, you don't lose the game automatically when you cross out the skull. You still total up your score in solo. But that's not in the rulebook, but that's how it's intended by the designer. So yeah, so the publisher like dropped the ball, I guess. Or the designer didn't read the rules before they printed them or something. I don't know what's going on here. But another one of those like, let's get it out the door and get it to Gen Con quick, I guess. Without double checking everything. So just FYI that exists. So just check BoardGameGeek.com under the file section. We might reference this if we need to. But hopefully that helps somebody out. Yeah, this does feel like those play mats they give your kid at restaurants. Like it's that kind of thick paper. They get, you know, those coloring mats they give like the babies at the restaurants. They slap their spaghetti all over. Yeah, it's like that. Yeah, there is no dice mitigation. There is none. The only thing I can do is choose to use a black die like 3 or 6 times during the game, depending if I unlock that ability. All right, so let's get started. Player eliminations, why you hate chess. Nice, Bob. All right, here we go. Ready? We've started. All right, so I guess I'll just kind of like organize them a little bit every time. I don't know. So again, we don't care about the black die unless we need to use it because we have limited uses with our initial ability, right? So holy threes, Batman. So I could make a pair with 6 and an 8, or a 6 and an 8, or I could do a 6 and an 8. Or I can use my ability to use the black die and I could make like a 6 and a 6, or I can make a 4 and a 6, or a 4 and an 8. So yeah, there's some options here. I don't really want to use up the black die unless I'm really stuck. I'm going to try to be sparing with that. Obviously, I don't think we're going to be damaging a monster on the first turn because they're all like 2 spaces plus another number. So I would need 3 numbers to even get in and damage a monster on the first round of the game. So what do we got here? And if you guys see anything, yell at me in the chat. I have noticed that I'll be like fixated on an area of the board and I'll forget that I have a number that I can cross off like in some other corner on the board. and I miss it, and then I notice it later, and then I have to like erase and stuff, and like it's a mess. So let's try not to do that. So feel free to yell at me if you notice something that I'm missing, because I did notice I did that. So again, right in this situation with my first pair, I have to mark off one of these starting spaces because I have no other explored spaces. So again, we have a 6 and an 8, basically. So if I do this 8 and the 6, it's not great. But that's I think all we're doing, right? Yeah, that sucks. All right, whatever. Cross off the 8 and the 6, right? Because there's no like adjacent to here. I can't do the 10 or the 4. And adjacent to here. Yeah, getting all those triples is kind of rough, right? Use my left hand to write. Well, it's just crossing things off, so. But no, I'm not going to do that. Oh, I can also do 8 and 6. Here we go. Oh yeah, I have to lose a health, right? Because I didn't damage a monster. But I did use both pairs, so I don't have to lose additional health. Okay. Okay. Well, we got some options, I guess. Okay, so we could do 12 and a 9. Or we could do 11 and a 10. Or we can mix the 6 in here, but I don't feel like we need to do that. Okay, so I'm seeing like the 9. So with the 9, I can get into here, right? And activate a way to hit this monster and start being able to damage something, right? So that automatically, my mind goes to that. But that leaves me with this 12. I can mark off this 12 starting space. But that's kind of all I'm getting out of that. But at least it gets me to the monster, right? Hey, Brian. Yes, happy Memorial Day to our friends in the US. Yes, yes, yes. Why are you using a mini golf pencil? Did you go to Putt-Putt this weekend? No, Brian, listen. This is a super exclusive custom pencil just for this game, okay? It came with 4 of them. It's actually made from wood from 3,000-year-old trees. It's super expensive, okay? So just back off, all right? Don't be jealous of my custom game pencils, okay? They spared no expense in the accessories in this game. As you can tell by the pterodactyl bone dice, the super custom pterodactyl bone dice. Oh man, I'm spitting here. I'm so excited. Yes, Timothy, yes, I have to use them as pairs. So I have to make 2 pairs, and then I have to try to assign my 2 pairs. If I don't assign both pairs, I lose a health. If I assign no pairs, I lose 2 health. And if I don't damage a monster on my turn, I lose another health. That's for the solo variant. So solo variant's very unforgiving, but at least I don't lose points from the health track. So yeah. So I think we're doing a 9 so that we can actually get into monster territory. So we've activated the 9 because it's a gray space. So I'm going to fill in this 9 right here. Okay. So now we can roll 5s and 9s and hit this monster. Okay. And then we'll just mark off this 12 over here. Right? Yes. Okay. So I didn't damage a monster, but I did use both pairs. So we do lose a health, unfortunately. Okay. We're running out of game time here. Dinosaurs are anti-flat earth propaganda. That's Yogi. All right. So, what do we got here? We got a 1, a 2, a 6, and a 6. And the black die is a 1. So, our possible pairs we could choose here are a 3 and a 12, an 8 and a 7, or a 7 or an 8. Or we can mix the 1 in if we want to use one of our abilities here. 3 times per game, we can use the black die. But again, I'm trying to avoid it. But I might if it really can get us somewhere, you know. Okay, so I see there's a 3. So I can't go here yet because I don't have the 4 marked off. So that doesn't damage this thing. What did I say? I have a 7 and an 8. Yeah, this is annoying. Definitely a better start in my earlier game. 7. So I could have 7 here. I've already used the 8 up here. Is there another 8 adjacent to anything? No. I could hit this monster with an 8, but I haven't explored to it yet. Yeah, this is sucky. Can using the black die help me? I throw another 1 in the mix. Yes, it can, right? If I throw the black die in the mix, I could use the 3 here from this pair to mark this off, and the 6 will get me available to hit this monster, right? But I still wouldn't have hit a monster, so I still lose a health. But at least I'm not losing more health, right? What is a square off the starting 6? Could you have used the 2 6s there? A square off this. Oh, no. This is just spending 2 dice that match. So basically 1 pair, as long as the 2 dice match in the pair. So yes, I could do the space. You're right. I could do the space, but I could do it with either the 2 6s, or I can use my ability to use the 1 and the 1. And that would get me in there if I use the 2 6s. And then I could use the 3 here. Is that smart? I don't know, maybe. Yeah, let's do that. Because then I won't use the black die, right? Then I won't use the black die. I like it. Let's do it. So I'm going to use the 2 6s here as a pair. And then I have a 3 left over, right? So the 3 will just mark off the starting 3. I don't know. Maybe not the best. I still lose a health, but at least I used my 2 pairs, right? Use the ability? No, I don't need to use the ability there, but we'll see, we'll see. Hopefully I can save them for later when they're way more impactful. But yeah, my start, it sucked so far. All right, what do we get now? So we got possibly a 5 and a 7, or a 10 and a 2. Oh, we have the black die. Here's a 6. I don't know. So 5 and 7 or 10 and 2 is what we're kind of looking for. So the 5 gets us a damage against this guy. What was the other number? A 7? A 7 will get us closer to damaging this guy. Yeah, let's do that. So we're going to damage this guy with the 5. Right? What was the other thing? A 5 and a 7 or 10 and a 2. I mean, the 10 could activate this one, so we can hit this guy now. But then the 2 wouldn't get us a damage, right? So I kind of want to start hitting something. Yeah, so we're going to do the 5 here for damage. And then what was the other number? 7. And then we'll explore over here with the 7. Okay, so we use both pairs. For the first time, we're not losing health. We've used both pairs and we damage a monster. But again, in solo mode, as long as I damage a monster, I don't have to use the other pair. So if I damage a monster with this ability here, I think that allows me to, like, I don't have to use any pairs and I don't get punished, I think. But I might be wrong on that. Let me read. Might be wrong. Yeah, there's like a solo little variant, solo little rule change here. Let's see if we can get it. The solo player may forfeit, the second dice pair. Never mind. I still have to get 1 pair and damage a monster and I won't lose health. Yeah, the solo player may forfeit the second dice pair during a round without losing a life point as long as they deal damage to a monster. Use this option wisely. Basically, don't forget this rule. So yeah, if I like got to this space to damage all the monsters on the board, I don't even need to use my other pair, right? So there's like that kind of stuff too. I scratched it all off. Okay, let's roll again. Is the black dice added to the others or replaces? It replaces a white. So remember, I'm only making 2 pairs on a turn, and I can't use the black die at all unless I use an ability in making my 2 pairs. And it doesn't add with 2 other dice, it only adds with 1 other. I basically can only use 4 dice at a time. And it's always white dice unless I use the black ability. I can pick the black instead of one of the whites. If that makes sense. Hopefully that makes sense. Hopefully that makes sense. Hopefully that makes sense. Okay. What we got here? So we could do 6 and 6, or 5 and 7, or 5 and 7. Damn doubles. But the doubles are good. Like, they get you into some of these weird spaces. We need to get to some of these spaces, then the doubles will be really juicy. All right, so where are we at? What are we doing? First, we look, can we damage anything or get closer to damaging something? So this one, I can't hit this one until I have an 11. But if I can cross off a 3, that increases options for this guy. But I don't have a 3 there, no way to do that. This one I can't hit yet, but if I can get a 10 or a 6, I can start hitting it. Or if I get to this 5 somehow, I can also hit it with an 8. But I can't get to that 5 yet because I have to explore the other way around. So a 6, I have a 6 for here. Can I assign a 6 to another enemy to hit them? No, right? I can take this 6 and no. Yeah, that would be a sucky play. So what else could I do? A 7 and a 5? So I could do the starting 7. 5, maybe? That's kind of sucky. Oh, 5, I can hit this guy. 5, I can hit this guy, right? So let's do that. We'll do that for sure so we damage something. So 5. 5 works. So take that away. Then we have a 7. So the 7 we'll throw in, I guess, the starting 7? Yep. Let's just do the starting 7 space. I don't know, it's kind of lame, but stops us from taking damage. Or losing a health or whatever. Yeah. Once I get there, Bob, yeah. The doubles won't work anymore. Yeah. I get all the doubles now and like I don't want them. Stupid doubles. All right. Let's see here. So I could have a 6 and a 5, or a 4 and a 7. 6 and a 5 does damage and gets me to this monster. Or 4 and a 7, I'd be screwed. So yeah, let's do, what did you say we're doing? A 5? We have a 5? Yeah, 5 and a 6. Yes. Let's do this. So we'll activate this space. We'll fill in this 6. And then we got the 5 here. Okay, so we did the damage. We don't take any health loss. Don't need to use 7 since hit the monster. I don't need to use it, but... Oh, did I do it wrong? Was it a 5 and a 7? Oh, I think I did that wrong, right? Yeah, I think I crossed off 6 and it was not a 6, right? Is that right? Did I mess that up? I've said too many numbers, now I'm confusing myself. And then I look up in chat and I read numbers and I'm like, wait, what numbers did I have? Last round you had 5, it was 5 and 7, right? Thank you. So I can save the 7, right? Because there's nowhere to put it really, right? Oh, you're saying save this 7? Yeah, that's true, right? Yeah. Good thing I have an eraser. Eraser didn't come with the game, by the way. They have no takes backs, but then if you place a wrong number, you have to take back, right? Anyways. Oh, I did have a 5 and a 6 now. Oh, okay. Sorry, yeah, there's a delay, like a 10 to 15 second delay, depending on your resolution, your internet, and where you live and stuff. So yes. Oh, the 6 is good to fill in. Okay. Oh, it's a black die for an 8. I see. But again, I don't want to use those black dice unless I'm really stuck, right? Because I can only use them basically 3 times in the game, maybe 6. We'll see. All right. So on this turn, 5 and a 7, or a 3 and a 9. I could use a 9 to finish this monster off, but it's good to leave options open, right? But I do need to damage something. 3. 3 somewhere. I could do the 9 to damage this monster and just fill in this 3 up here. I mean, I don't need the 3 there. Oh, this 3. This 3 I want. Yes, 9 and 3. So 9 finishes this monster. He's gone. Okay, that room's fully explored. Now I can travel out of it, you know. And then I get 2 gems for defeating that monster. Then the other one was, it's 9 and a 3. So this 3 will activate here. And we fill in this 3 up here. So now I can hit this one on a 3 or an 11. Stupid purple pup. What are you looking at me like that for? I'm going to get you. All right. So we damaged the monster. We filled in both numbers. We're good. All right. We got some pairs. Does that help us right now? We got 8 and 6, or 5 and 9. 8 we can damage here, and a 6 we can damage here. But I kind of want to not use 2 damage in the same turn if I can avoid it, right? But also damaging things faster start opening up new paths and possibilities, right? So we can't like dilly-dally either. Nine and 5. Or 8 and 6. 8 and 6. 8 we can go here. And then we'll do the 6 damage on him, right? Because it just gets us further. Yeah. Like, I don't like damaging 2 monsters in a turn if I don't need to, you know? Like, spread it out. I think it's smart. Maybe it's not. I don't know. But it starts unlocking, like, other possibilities. And if we can get up here to, like, this damage space, you know, if I can get this available at least. We just need them available so when they do happen, like that rare time when you get 2 6s, you know? Like, if we can hit them. So I'm going to do an 8, right? With the 2 4s. And then, what was the other one? 6 is going to damage our Greyhound here. So we're good. Yes, you can take 2 rooms in a row. Yes. So I could have done an 8 and a 6. And in multiplayer, amazing. Do it. Awesome. I don't take damage. Good times. But in solo, if I don't damage a monster on my turn, I'm losing a health. So I would only lose 1 health for using both rolls there in solo. But I'm trying to like damage a monster and progress. So then I lose nothing. If that makes sense. But yeah, definitely you play a little different mentality when you play this game multiplayer versus the solo variant. Because in multiplayer, that's perfect. Yeah, just keep advancing, right? Like try to keep going. Yeah, use your pairs like 1 pair and then the second pair. So like you can keep going, you know, like the spaces that connect to the first space you unlock. Oh man, there's my 6s. Holy jeez. Okay. So I can do 12 and 10, or 12 and 10, or 12 and 10? Or I could do 12 and 12 if I use my black die ability here. I can do a 10 here and a 12 here. Oh, a 10 here, and then I unlock the 10 on hitting this guy. And then the 12, I've already unlocked my 12 starting space. I could do this 10. That's not as cool. Yeah, that 12, man. Not a fan of that 12. And the black die doesn't save me, right? That sucks. Am I missing something? I'm looking here. Can I damage anything? No. This guy can just activate the 10, but I can't hit him. This guy can hit on a 3 or 11. The 10 over here would unlock this 2 possibility. Yeah, this turn sucks. Use what ability? Which ability? If I use the black die, what does that give me? 2 12s? I don't want to do 2 12s. Two 12s doesn't help me. I can't even find a space to put a 12. I haven't reached this space yet, or this space. I could do 10 and 12 here, but I might as well unlock 10 here to open up a damage possibility on this guy. So unfortunately, I think I'm... Oh, I guess that would only lose 1 health if I did both of those. Versus if I do this one, I lose more health because I don't damage and don't use both pairs. So I think I'm kind of stuck, right? Yeah. Let's use a 10 and the 12. And that gets us a gem. We only lose 1 health because we didn't damage a monster. Right? Right? Yeah, I think that's the best way, so I lose the least health. It's like I could unlock this to like kind of set up better turns in the future, but it's like I'll take 2 damage right now for it. Okay, what do we got? We have a 10 and a 5, or a 6 and a 9. Or we could do an 8 and a 7. There's options here. Okay, give me a minute on this one. Holy. So we know we can damage a monster with an 8. And that would leave us with a 7. We could start exploring down here with a 7. If we look at the 6 and the 9, 6 does damage here. We can't go to this 9 yet because we haven't explored the room. Is there another 9 somewhere we can go to? No, that 9's used. No, I don't think the 9... Oh, there's a 9 right here. There's a 9 right here. So that's a play also. And then what was the other option? What did I say? 7 and 8. 7 and 8. There's a 9 and a 6 we talked about. And then a 10 and a 5. 10. 5 doesn't do damage. Yep, so we can't go that route, I think. So what is the harder, the less probability combo that I should use up here? The 6 and the 6 and the 9? 9? Yeah, let's do the 6 and the 9. Okay, we did some damage. We opened up some stuff. Yes, Matthew. 9 then... Oh, Matthew wanted me to go 9 then 6? I did that, yeah. And not 6 then 9, I did 9 then 6. Okay, just to be clear. Awesome. Great minds think alike, right? Also, how's our like count doing? Oh, we're only at 29 likes. So I don't think we're gonna stream this game tomorrow. Just FYI. But if we hit 50 by the end of the stream, then I have to play this game tomorrow some more. We'll play a different map, or 2, or 3. I don't know, we'll see. Depends how many likes we get, I guess. Yes, I'm holding the game hostage. Uh, 10 to damage all monsters at top of page. Did I just pick up my roll? I wasn't paying attention. I'll just roll again. I wasn't paying attention. I was talking to chat and looking at likes. But yeah. Hey, Daniel, how's it going? Been a long time. I appreciate the support. I appreciate the support either way. As long as you've been watching videos later, I'm mad at you. It's okay if you can't make live streams. Hello. Oh, is that what I had? Whatever. I will just go with the new roll. I wasn't looking. I didn't look at it, so it's fine. We'll just use this roll. I didn't see what it was, so it's okay. Thank you, Peach, though. That easy ability on YouTube streams to scrub back to check your mistakes. I love it. But no, we'll just go with this, whatever. It's all random. Okay, awesome, Daniel, awesome. Okay, so let's see. We have a 9 and a 4, or a 5 and an 8. 9 and a 4, 5 and an 8. 9 and 4, 5 and an 8. Oh, look. Nope, that doesn't work. I was thinking the 5 here gets us down to the pair, but we need to use the 2. We're almost to that one. Almost to this one. Oh, man. Oh, no, we can do it. Because we have the 2 to 2s. We're already connected. We're already connected. Yeah, we can already go to this space because we have the 6. Yeah, you don't need the 5. For some reason, I'm thinking like I have to go this way. So if we do that one, we get to punch everything in the dungeon. And definitely that's damaging a monster on our turn. So we don't even care about the other pair. But the other pair in that case would be a 9. Does that get us anywhere we can connect to? A 9? No, not really, right? Yeah, we can't go to this 9 yet until we've gotten through this part. I need to get to this guy in the middle and start smacking him. Oh, yeah, maybe we just do that. I mean, there's the 9 up here. We could cross that 9 off, right? So that we get closer to this 4. Probably a good play. Yeah. I mean, I could do the 9 and then the 4 here, but I think I need to hit a monster, right? Oh, green 9 at top. Yeah. This, yeah. I look up at chat. There's a delay. I'm sorry. You guys are yelling at me. Yeah, let's do it. Okay, so let's go. We're doing the doubles here. So we need a 4. That's using doubles. So we do have that. That's the 2s. So we'll cross this off. When we do that, we get to punch every monster in the dungeon once, no matter if we've reached them or not. It's like, I don't know how we're doing that, but we're just doing it, okay? Don't ask questions. You can tell me in chat how thematically that works, how we're able to be over here and somehow hit the bunny that's down here. I don't know, but that's how we're doing it. Okay, we're gonna hit the boss here. We hit this guy. This guy's already dead. We did this guy. We'll do the little bunny, the punk hair, and we do the primal hair and the white wolf. Okay. And technically, because we damaged and we used one of our pairs, we're technically good. We don't lose any health this turn, but I could just cross off this 9, which I will do, just so it allows us to connect to this 4 at some point, because we still need to get this guy, and then I want to be able to reach this 10 if we can. And now we cross off one of these down here. So now we only need 4 more of those punchy punchies, and we'll get 3 gems. Dragon says it's an electric button that sends a shock through the floors of the monster rooms. Makes sense. Or Bob Chapman says, Fist of Power Strick. It's a Bob Bell says it's a psychic wave pulsing out from you. Nice, Matthew. It's an That's the sounds that are made when it happens. All right. Oh no, I bumped it. Yeah. I was debating switching the dice because these are like the rounded corner dice, which are great for rolling, but as soon as like you can easily bump them and roll them easily. I like the ones with squared off corners so you don't accidentally bump them as easily. But we'll just use the dice in the game for today. We might downgrade our dice in the next playthrough. Okay, what do we got here? We have a 7 and a 7, or a 5 and a 9, or a 10 and a 4. Let's see. A 4 unlocks this guy. And that leaves us with a 10. And a 10 would unlock this guy, another way to hit him, but doesn't do damage. What's the other? 9 and a 5. Let's check 9 and 5, which I feel like we keep getting, so I'm probably going to run out of those. 5 doesn't do damage. That was on this guy. 4 and a 10 we talked about. 9 and 5. We need to do 1 more damage on this guy to unlock this 9. Or what was the other thing? A 7 and a 7. 7s are common, so I'm going to be ripping through those. I can use this 7. But I don't have a doubles to get here. 7. Yeah, it looks like we're going to take a damage, I think, right? Unless the black die gets us a hit on a monster. I don't think so. Oh, it would with an 8. It would with an 8. If I use the black die, I could make a pair with an 8. I'll look up in the chat in a sec. Once I looked at what I'm thinking here, and we'll see what you guys are thinking. 8, and that leaves these left over. Or we could mark this 4. So if I use the black die, I can do a hit, not lose any health. Yeah, okay, yep. 10 on top to damage all monsters. I can't use this 10 yet. Yeah, I can't use this 10. This 10 is not connected to anything but this monster room, and I have to fully explore this monster room by killing the monster with 4 damage before I can reach this 10. It is not connected to this 12 room, okay? This 12 room is a dead end. It maybe doesn't look that way when it's zoomed out a bit. It's not like this 2 and this 12. There's no connection, okay? Yeah, it might not, like it's zoomed out a bit. You guys might not see that. It might look like it's close to it, but yeah. Like this 12, we can never reach this unless we snuck around this way, you know, or beat this monster, which we did, to connect us in this way. So we get a 2 and then a 12, we can get up to that one. I'd really also like to get like an 11 at some point to maybe unlock this so we can start going down this way. And over here, we're kind of lacking too, right? We'll probably have to go through this monster. This monster only needs 1 more hit, right? Hey, Luke, how's it going? It's going good here. Yeah, let's use our ability. Let's use our ability just to show it off. I think it'll save us from taking any hits. Let's do it. So we're going to use one of our 3 possible times to use the black die. We're going to pair up these 2 to make an 8, which will do some damage to this monster. And that finishes this monster off. So that room's fully explored. We'll take the little 2 gems that we get for defeating the Greyhound. Okay. And then with our second pair, we have options here. So we use that pair, we can still choose these other ones. So we can make a 4, we can make a 7, or a 9, right? A 4, a 7, or a 9 using 2 of these other dice. The 4 up here is what I was thinking, right? I feel like we have no problems getting 9s. 7s are common, obviously. We can't reach this 7 yet until we get the 5. So yeah, let's just do the 4 up here. Okay, that will unlock the 4 hitting the purple pup. So now we can damage him with a 3, a 4, or an 11. Okay. Yeah. All right. Oh, 9 to get further? Where was the 9? Did I miss one? Oh, this 9. Duh! I missed this 9. I'm so sorry, guys. Yeah. I forgot. Since I crossed this off, I opened up a 9 or a 5. Probably should have done that, right? No, I'll stay with what I did. I'll stay with what I did. We've been rolling 9s like crazy, so we'll be fine, right? Right? We'll be totally fine. We'll draw we'll get a 9 in a sec. We'll roll a 9, I should say. Awkward. So we have a 12 and an 8, or a 10 and a 10. But we got doubles. Now, if I had that 9 checked off, now we could use the doubles for this. And then we could yeah, we could use 1 pair for that. Oops. And then we could use a 12 down here for a gem. Son of a... Okay, so what can we do here? Can we damage anything with a 8, a 12, or a 10? No. Full house. Okay. We can mark this 10 off for no reason. Or we could do the 12 here for a gems. That leaves us with an 8. Is there an 8 we can reach that I'm not seeing? No. What else can we do? A 10 and a 10? There's a starting 10 here. Yeah, we could just do this starting 10 and this 10. That's kind of lame. But it does unlock some more paths, at least on this side. Yeah. Janet, yeah, the green 10s. Yeah, I'm thinking so. So a 10 and a 10. That way we only take 1 damage. We're not hitting a monster. I just hate the black die when it's like, doesn't really help, right? It's like, sometimes I would just go for it, like to get out of, like, you know, to get out of it. But it's like, I've been rolling like bad black dice when on turns when I need them. Okay. Okay. So we have a 9 and 8, or 7 and 10, or 7 and 10. Stupid doubles. I need 3 4s and 11s, man. If I mix this in, what could I do here? I can't make a, I can make a 4. I could make a 4 to damage this, right? I could pair these two and then leave myself with a 10 or an 8. I need to progress to this guy. Oh, the 9. I can use the 9 right here and then the doubles. The 9 and the doubles. I'm an idiot. Took me too long to find that one. Yes, Addy got it. Nice. Okay. Nice, Yogi. Nice. Okay, so we're going to use a 9 here and the 2 4s as a double here. Okay. Yes. All right. But we didn't hit a monster, so we lose another health. Not looking good. Not looking good. And just so you know, there's a little score sheet here that will find out, whoops, we'll find out how awesome or how bad we are based on our final score, okay? So stay tuned for that. We'll find out how good or crappy we are. And the game will make fun of us, I'm sure. Oh, now we get the low numbers. I was just bitching how we needed a 3s and 11s, but the 3s are good. Okay, so what do we got here? Gotta use this wisely. So we could have a 4 and a 3, or a 4 and a 3, or 4 and a 3, or a 3 and a 4, or a 4 and a 3. And we also have this one we could mix in, but we're not going to. So I have to have spots for these. I feel like I haven't rolled many lows. So, like, unfortunately, I could do these 4 and 3, but that's useless to me. I could, a 2 would be nice to get progressing through here. It's actually not really good right now. Oh, a 2 right here I could use if I use the black die. That gets me ready for this 12. That's actually maybe not good. Oh, a 4 damages this guy. 4 and a 3 do 2 damage here. That's what I wanted. Damage. Rob, look for damage first. I could do 2 damage on the purple pup. But I could just do 1 damage. And then check off, like, I don't know, somewhere else. I don't know if I should thump him twice, though. Is that, like, smart? Maybe it is, right? But it starts reducing options for us. So I don't know if that's a proper play. But do I have another place to even put a 3 or a 4? No, right? Up here, I guess. That's kind of dumb. Yeah, maybe I'll mark this 4 so I have this 3 available. I don't know. It's maybe dumb. And then we'll use the 3 on this guy. I don't know. Black +1 for 2 gem, put 4 on purple fox. Yeah. Well, 2s are hard and they're kind of like blocking me a bit, right? But I am trying to save this ability too, so I'll just go with that, but yeah. All right. What do we have here? Whoops. Oh, that was a 3. Bumping these dice. Okay, so we have an 8 and an 8, or a 10 and a 6. Hmm, 10 here. And a 6 here. Hmm. Yeah, 4 does limit maybe? I don't know. Yeah, let's just do the 6 and the 10. Right? Is it 8 and an 8? I don't see. Yeah, 6 and 10 will lose a health for not damaging a monster. Yeah, that's pretty rough. This is pretty rough. But yes, I definitely could have used. Oh, man. I could have used the black die there. All right. Oh, look at all these ones. Okay, so what does this get us? A 2 and a 6? 2 and 6. Well, 2 could go here. 2 could go here. Yeah, we gotta keep our path going, I think. Hmm. I might have to use the black die so I can damage a monster, though. As I could damage it on a 3, and that leaves a 2. Hmm. Use black to hit pup? Yeah, I'm thinking that, Justin. I'm thinking that. Yeah, let's use a black. So we'll hit the pup with a 3. And then we'll use a 2, because 2s are rare. I'm debating going the 2 here. So then I could possibly, if we roll a 12, I get to hit that. But I still want a 12 down here so we can like unlock this area of the dungeon. But yeah, let's do the 2 here, I think, right? Yeah, no, I'm running out of health. That gets us a gem. Yep. Yep. Yeah, the health is a problem, right? Like, I should try to unlock this, maybe. Alright, what do we got here? 5. We got an 8. And a 5. Or we have a 4 and a 9. 4 does do damage here. Or we have a 7 and a 6. 7 does go here. Freaking. If I do damage here, then I don't need to worry about the other pair anyway. So I think we kind of have to go with the 4. That leaves us with a 9. We don't have to use a 9. I don't know if we can even use the 9. Oh, we could use a 5 to expand here. And then that would have a 7. No, that's an 8. 5 and 8. But then we do no damage to anything. Oh, there's a 5 here. We could activate the boss in the middle. 5. Yeah, the chest could help us, right? With the health. Or we could just unlock the black die ability. All right. Yeah, let's do it. Oh, man. So we're going to do the 4. Yeah. Let's use the black dice ability. We'll use the 11 to open up the treasure room here. I don't know which ability we should do. We could get 3 extra health checks, which will buy us more time in the game. Or we get 3 more uses of the black die, which could help us stay in the game. Or we get the torch, which just lets us, anytime we want on our turn, we could check off an adjacent room or damage a monster that's adjacent to a room we've explored. So it can also help us, like, basically we could damage a monster twice so we don't lose health on a turn or something. I don't know. I don't know. Which treasure? Any recommendations? But for the other number while we're waiting for the stream to catch up, we're going to do, so that was the 11 using this. And we could use the 4 to hit this guy so we do some damage, right? Yeah. And purple pup is gone. And we get 2 more gems for the purple pup biting the dust. And now watch for double 5s. If we get double 5s, we can do this one. Health. Torch seems the best. There's so many options. Torch is nice because it lets you use both pairs to open rooms. Yeah, true. All right, let's do torch. You're solo on health. I know it could open this too. But remember, I still lose health if I don't use my pairs. But the torch can help me damage a monster if I've explored to it. Because it just gives me like 1 of any number I want, basically. Extra black dice for the win. Okay, I'm going to close the poll, and we're going to put a poll in, and you guys can decide the ability we take. So the poll I had open, do you like roll and write games? Let's see what the percentage was. 82% of those who voted say yes. Okay, interesting. 17% no. Still, the math never adds up. Okay. All right, let's check. We're going to do a poll. We're going to do a poll. So we could take health. So we're taking our special ability here. Which special ability? We can only take 2 in the game, right? Or... Okay. So poll is in the chat. So the first one gives us access to 3 more things we can check off instead of this bar for health. So it buys us like 3 more bad turns kind of thing. Or maybe not. Maybe we have a really bad turn, we have to check off all 3. Gives us a gem for 3 more points. There's a torch, gives us 2 uses to just like explore an adjacent room of any number on any turn. You can use both in the same turn if you want. Or damage a monster with it. Like, it basically just gives you like any 2 numbers you want. And then the black die unlocks 3 more uses, kind of like our starting ability, which we've now completely used up. This gives us 3 more, like basically another shot at using that ability again. Yeah, 73 votes on the poll and only 25 likes on stream. No, it's actually 36 likes on the stream. I don't know, Peach, you got to refresh maybe. At least that's what it says on my end. Thank you everyone for liking the stream. Again, we made kind of like a joking, not too serious, but maybe serious goal for today's stream. If we can hit 50 likes by the end of this playthrough, I'll stream this game again. I guess probably tomorrow. We'll play some of the other maps, maybe 2 of them. We can play 2 more maps. We can play this one and like the next one, because there's 4 total dungeons in the game, and they all have like different rooms and rules and scoring to them and stuff. and higher difficulties. So if you're interested, if you're not interested, don't click the like button. Don't do it. And if you really hate this game, click the dislike button. And if you don't like me, click it again. Okay. Thank you for clicking the like button. 41 likes like that. I just have to remind it. I should have put a pinned post in the chat to remind myself of that goal. But we just kind of made it up on the fly at the beginning. I don't know if 50 was like a bad number. I don't know. We'll find out. Okay, let's close the poll. Oops. Close the poll. End poll. So out of the power we're going to take right now, the chat voted for health, 38%. All right. So now we have 3 more checks. We'll do these first before checking off here, right? And remember, once we cross off this skull, the last one, the game ends and we total up our points, okay? And the higher the points, the better dungeon crawler we are. Okay, so that's finished. We still have 1 more treasure room we can get to unlock another ability. So we just need to get like a 12. I guess we need 11 first, then a 12, then we can unlock the 3. Yeah, that's like pulling teeth. Or somehow destroy this guy and go through this way. I don't see that happening either. Here we go. All right, what do we get? Oh, that's a 6, right? Let's just say that's a 6. A little cocked, but we're good. We can't even use it anyway. I don't know why I'm rolling the black. We can't even use the black. But we can have it taunt us. Well, I don't have an ability to use it. You guys can see how bad it is to not have that ability. Oh, I have multiple pencils. All right, well, we can't use that pencil yet. All right. Okay, what do we have? We have 7 and 6, or 5 and 8, or 4 and 9. I know 5 gets us close to damaging this guy, starts us to be able to hit the boss. And that would leave us with a 9. And 9 sucks. Or we do 7 and 6. 7 could go here. Serenity now. Serenity now. I know, Peach, I know. I need to either that or flow down through here to damage this guy. Yeah, I'm in trouble. I definitely got like locked out, I feel, of certain areas. I think I have to do this 5, but then I'm left with a 9. No, an 8. Sorry, an 8. An 8. Sorry, if I use the 5, I'm an 8. I probably said the wrong thing. 8. Or I could do a 9 and a 4. Is 9 and a 4? No, right? Yeah, this sucks. I think 5. And then we can't use the other pair, right? For the 8. Yeah, I think we're kind of stuck. So I didn't damage anything, and I didn't use both pairs, so I actually lose 2 health. Yeah. It is a Seinfeld reference, yes, Bob. I love Seinfeld. It's like probably my favorite TV show of all time. Serenity now, insanity later. All right. 9 and 7 or 8 and 8. I do 11. 11 is what I need, right? I need 11s, and that would leave me with a 5, which will do damage to the boss with a 5 and 11 unlocked here, right? That's what I'm doing. So 5 here, 11 here. So now we can damage the boss on 11 or a 5. Yeah. All right, great minds think alike, it looks like. Okay, perfect. You double dip the chip. It's like putting your whole mouth in the bowl. Okay, whoops, what did I just click? All right. So we have the doubles if we need here. Doesn't really help us. If I had the black die ability, I'd probably use the double 5s to hit this one up here. But so 7 and 9. Oh, I need to unlock this with a 5. Or 8 and 8. Or 9 and 7. I already said that one. Yeah, this is rough, right? Do you get a crystal for using the ability? Yeah, when I unlock it, I get it. Did I not mark it? I probably didn't mark it, right? Yeah, I get a crystal when I unlock the ability. Which maybe I didn't mark, but whatever, I marked it now. Yeah, I guess we're just gonna do the doubles here for these two, right? And that leaves us with what is this, 8? Oh, but then we can't check anywhere, right? There's no 8. Remember, Chuck. Nice, Michael, nice. Yeah, this is sucky. Or a 7, which I could check here. And then we have a 9. I have a 9 I can stuff anywhere? No, right? I'll just use the doubles on this room, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. And then that loses me 2 health. Yeah. This is not a long one. This is not a long one. All right. Okay, a 3 and a 5, or a 4 and a 4. 3 and a 5, or a 4 and a 4. Three and a 5, right? Yep. 3 and a 5. I guess we don't have to use that 3 because we damaged something, right? Yeah, let's save. We gotta save some numbers, right? Because we don't need that 3. Yeah, we just have to use one pair. As long as we damage a monster, we save the other pair, I think, right? Unless it'll help us get somewhere else. No, we still need, like, man, these 11s and 12s. So we have a 5 and a 3. Oh, we can unlock this. We can unlock this 3. Oh my. Oh my, I almost forgot there. Yeah, we're adjacent on this. I keep looking at this 12 thinking we're not there yet. Yeah, now we've unlocked 3s on the boss. Yes. Wow, I'm a dummy. Yeah, I'm like in desperation mode. I'm like getting panicked. I don't want to die in this dungeon. Yeah, 3 above grade boss for sure, for sure. Yes, almost missed it. Good thing I have my eraser. Ten and 3, 7 and 6, 5 or 8. 5, 8 doesn't. Oh, 5 would damage the boss. I still need to like unlock over here though. 5 does damage to the boss, so we're cool if we use that, and then that will leave us with an 8. And 8 we technically don't need to put anywhere. Or what else could we do? A 10. 10 and a 3. 3 damages the guy. And 10. Does 10 open up anything? We can't do that 10 yet. We don't have doubles. This 10's already marked. I need like an 11 and a 12 over here. And over here we're really dying for a 5. Yeah. Yeah, Velcro. It's so true. Okay. So yeah, let's do, I guess, yeah, we'll just do whatever, a 5 or a 3. Either one damages the boss. And it doesn't matter the other number, we can't do anything with it, so. Let's just start damaging the second here. Oh yeah, and I forgot to mention, for every 3 little section of damage on the final boss here, the beefy bear peon, who's half bear, half scorpion, and he's very beefy. For every 3 little damage I fill in, I earn a perk on my hero in Frosthaven. I mean, no, that's different. That's different. I actually, every 3 I check in, I get a gem at the end of the game. So it's basically like a point for every 3 boxes. A point for each box as long as I fill in a set of 3, if that makes sense. For every 3 checks, it's a gem. All right, so we didn't lose the health. We hit a monster, we're good. 2 more health loss, we're out of the game. Unless we can unlock, I don't know, like this treasure or that ability might buy us some turns too. All right. Oh, we got a 12. But we need 11 before we reach this 12. Oh, but it's the doubles 12. It's the doubles 12. We got this one finally. And that will hit every monster in the dungeon, so we don't even care about the other pair. We got to go with it, right? What's the other pair? The other pair's a 5. We can unlock this one. And then we could start working our way down here. Come on. Or we could just hit the boss with the 5. Yeah, maybe. No, we should do this one. Because once we beat the boss too, that does unlock these other ways in here. So do I rush to try to get through the boss, or is that going to take forever? Yeah, Osiris. Yeah, I heard about that like 2 years ago when they announced it. Yeah. And I have 0 cares. 0 cares. I don't even care about that one. Don't care. Wrong channel for that one. Doubles on all monsters and 5 below Hound. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, Janet. That's what I think is the best option, right? Because it opens up a path versus just hitting the boss again, right? Yeah. 12 plus 5 seems good. Yeah. We're going to do the 5 here, and we're using the 2 6s to do this doubles up here, which gets us another check off our little doubles thing here. And this allows us to damage 1 damage to every monster in the dungeon, even ones we haven't reached yet. And gets us closer to unlocking this achievement. I like it. And because we did damage to a monster, we're good. Oh, we have the 10s. We have the 10s. The 2 5s. It's coming together. It's coming together. And then we have an extra 5, which is, I guess I could put here. We don't need to. Or we just damage the boss again. Yep. Let's do the 10. Marks another one off of this. 1 damage, 1 damage, 1 damage, 1 damage. Again, we also end the game if we defeat all monsters. But I don't think that's going to happen, but I mean, it could. We do have another 5. I don't need to put it there. Let's just do it on the boss, right? Yes. Rob's dice are heating up. He's on fire. Oh. What do we got? So let's see. We got a 5 and a 7. Oh, I could use a 7. I know that. 5 does damage, so I think we're good on this roll too. Or it could be a 5 and a 7, or a 4 and an 8, right? 8 doesn't do damage on this guy yet. I haven't unlocked this. I think we have to go with the 7. 7, or sorry, 5 and 7, right? So 7 to unlock this. Yep. And then what was the other one? 7 unlock that, 5 on the boss. I'll take it. Stefan says, I dice roll for all, and then the black die only for the player who rolled, as far as I know. In the solo mode, I don't even need to roll the black right now because I don't have this ability open, but I'm doing it so it's just force a habit. It's just what I do when I play, but we can ignore it. But it's good to see so I can rub it in the chat's face for picking this ability instead of this one. If the black die could have saved us, that's all. Just being a troll. In multiplayer, that is the rule, Stefan, yes. But remember, we're playing solo today, so there's variant rules. Oh, you were answering Justin's question. Oh, I'm sorry. If you play this with multiple people, is it just 1 dice roll for all or individual rolls? Yeah, 1 dice for all. 1 dice for all. Yeah. Yeah, it's 1 dice for all, but the active player rolls the dice, and the active player has access to the black die free of charge on their turn. And the other players at the table get to use the white dice, but they can access the black die if they want by using their ability. But in solo, I have to use the ability to access the black die. Yep. Sorry, Stefan. Sorry. Yep. I see. I didn't read Justin's thing. I'm so sorry. Excellent. Thank you for answering the question, so I appreciate it. All right, what do we got? Oh, hold on. We got our 11. We got our 11 finally. To try to get down to here somehow, maybe. Or we can 11 damage the boss. And then we can unlock this with the doubles, right? Yeah, we got to do damage, right? Or what else do we have? We have a 9 and an 8. Both those don't damage the boss. Yeah. 11 on boss, right? And then double 3 down here, right? Yeah, still this bug. This is bugging me over here that we haven't penetrated this little side of the dungeon. So a boss with 11. And then the double 6s, or the double 3s, sorry, the 6 down here for the doubles, right? Because we don't have like that double 6 open yet, right? Oh, it's down here. Yeah. We need to get to this, so if we roll a double 6, I don't know if that'll ever happen, but yeah. Yeah. All right. What do we got? We have an 8 and a 4, or we have a 7 and a 5. 8 and a 4. 8 and a 4 we can't damage the boss with yet. Or a 7. A 5 will damage the boss, which we need. And the 7 does what for us? We don't care, right? Because we do damage, but... yeah, 7 doesn't get us further down here. Yeah, just taking it slow. I'm just trying to make sure I don't miss something where I could have opened some area. But again, we're only 3 away from opening the boss where we can start getting these numbers and going out this way, right? Oh, but the boss hits us for 2 and the game is over. Yeah, I forgot to mention that. The boss, some monsters in this game will actually hit you back when you defeat them. So this boss actually removes 2 health from our total. So unfortunately, when we defeat the boss, we actually end the game. Ooh. So we kind of don't want to finish him, so we could do some more things. But again, we're lucky we're even still alive at this point. But you know, this is awkward. This is awkward. Okay. Okay, yeah, let's do it. We're gonna do a 5 on the boss, which leaves a 7. And that 7, I could check this off, but it doesn't get us anywhere. So I'm going to leave it, and we're good. We don't have to lose health. Because we damage a monster, use one of our pairs. Okay. All right, what do we got? We got 10 and a 6. Or an 8 and an 8. The 6 here. And the 10 is going nowhere. Is this it? Is this it? Is this the GG's? No, I'm not giving up. No. No, we can still do it. I mean, I do have the 4s for this double 8 spot, but it's not, I can't get there. What can we do? What can we do? A 10 and a 6. I got a 6 and no 10, right? No 10. All right. And if I do an 8 and an 8, that's doing nothing for me. Oh no. Oh no. Yep, because I can't damage anything, right? Yeah. And then boom, boom. So we total up our score. And then, oh yeah, for every set of these, we get a gem. Oh yeah, I got crushed this game. Do we connect across? So did I get this achievement at least? Going from starter spaces, drawing a line, connecting to the other starter spaces? Yes, I did. So that's 3 more gems. And that's it. Now we add them up. Now we add them up. Yes, Michael. When you take +3 health and realize the boss hits for 2. Yeah. All right. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 times 3, 45. Ouch. And what's 45 do for us? Probably tells me I stink. Let's see. Whoops. 45 is not bad, but next time you meet the boss monster, hit harder. So I lost 2 health on the turn because I didn't damage an enemy and I didn't use both of my pairs. Unless, Stefan, you see a way that I could use both pairs, I would have only taken 1 damage for not defeating a monster. Remember, we're playing the solo version, right? And if I could have damaged something, I didn't have to use my other pair, I would have been fine too. I wouldn't have lost any health. But because I couldn't damage a monster and I couldn't use both pairs, I lose 2 points of health. In solo. Based on the applied, poorly translated English rules with unofficial errata. Did you get the +3 for all the monster hits? For this? No. This will only give me if I can get 5 of those spaces crossed off. I think I only did 1, 2, 3. Yeah, there's still 4, 5, and 6. I need to get 5 out of 6 of them crossed off. Yep. So the first time I played, when I my other game, it went much different. Just to show you, I had this unlock like really early. So I was able to actually progress down here based on how my rolls were going and when I was using the black dice, more than I was up here. So it was kind of interesting. Like it was tough to get in here, but once I got in here, it just had more options because I was kind of like progressing everywhere kind of equally. And I was even able to beat the main boss and I still had like 1 health left. So I was able to start progressing down here also through the boss way. So I just got lucky because I was able to get to the boss here really quickly and then progress to the boss eventually here. So I was hitting the boss very early in the game because I was able to kind of progress down here really fast. So it was much different game. So the point I'm trying to make is, even though I'm rolling the same dice, playing on the same level, it went totally different for me. Also, I chose when I played, I chose this ability right away, and then I chose this after. So I chose this ability. I felt it was more important because it just it gave me more options to progress in more important areas. But as you can see here, I almost even got this because I was using these black dice to try to progress me to those double situations. So the doubles are really hard, as I see mentioned in the chat. But if you use these black dice abilities only kind of like when doubles come up, when you need them, where it can be really impactful, that's where I use those to kind of fire off these spaces, right? Because like it's so hard to get the 2 with the double 1s, but if you have a bunch of these abilities left, you might roll the 1 on the black die and be able to lock it in that way. But yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Bob. It was weird. Like my first game was so different just based on like some early, like obviously lucky kind of rolls. And I was also able to get 2 treasures, right? In the first time. This time, it was like, I just kept staring at this. It was very frustrating. There may have been times when I could have gone over here, but I chose to damage the monsters instead. Maybe that was a bad play. Maybe I should have took the health hit at that time, because then maybe I could have progressed my way into here and then had more options later to stay alive. I don't know. It's really neat though. I like this game a lot, actually. It's like simple, quirky rules a little bit, but that's because of bad translation. But once you understand it, man, the solo variant's just so, it's quick. Like obviously I took a long time discussing through it. We're been streaming for almost 2 hours playing this, but I was explaining the game and we did an amazing, super long, epic unboxing. But other than that, the play is so quick that literally I could do this and then just pull another sheet out and do it again, right? You know, or if you're gonna play this game so much you're a psycho, and 50 sheets isn't enough for you for each one, you could laminate it, right? And use dry erase markers. But yeah, so for those that joined stream late, there's like, I think it's like 50 of each. You know, they give you a whole pad, so we could go crazy, and you can play multiplayer up to 4 players. And then on the other side of the sheets, you know, you have a whole other dungeon, Clumsy Cultist, which we could play next. But we haven't hit 50 likes, so I don't know if we're gonna play that. You know, and if we do get the 50 likes before I end the stream, we could do another stream, maybe tomorrow, where we play the other dungeon, and maybe we could even do like another one where we explore this one, the Puzzled Pyramid, which has its own scoring and rules and things, right? And then there's a hardcore, the hardest one is Defiant Dinosaurs. Okay? And again, the rules are different in multiplayer. There's quite a few tweaks that change how the game works, you know, where health, you know, you kind of get eliminated and you lose points on your health meter. But the solo variant, it's fine, it works, and it's cool to try to, like, you know, get a better score. And it doesn't take that long. And like setup is a joke, and this travels well. So yeah, I'm new to Roll and Writes, really. Like I played Cartographers like a year or so ago, but I don't normally play Roll and Writes, but I do think it's a fun little dungeon crawler version, which is cool. Yeah, I do. I know it is a draw. Like the map pack, it's very pretty. Like it draws me in, and like at Gen Con when we saw, we're like, okay, we're in. So I'm glad we picked this game up. Really well done, other than the rulebook translation errata issues that are like literally game changing. But other than the rushed rulebooks, the game itself, super fun, super cute. Yeah. So it's like a way to play a dungeon crawler with like some family, some non-gamers, you know, or just a quick and dirty soloable game that's like easily play it in less than an hour, you know, 30 minutes probably if you played a bunch of times. Janet, I don't know about playing multiplayer with chat with this game because there's a lot more interaction. So we would have to have only 3 people playing. Like I'd probably rather link in people audio, you know, like we play with people who are playing at home, but they're playing connected in voice. So that way we can say, so in multiplayer, the first player who defeats a monster gets the higher prize. And what I didn't say was at the end of that round, once every player is simultaneously done, they're checking off their stuff. If a monster was defeated in the turn, and let's say 2 players also defeat that monster, they both could get the nice prize. But then everyone else at the table who hasn't defeated that monster yet, they each get to damage that monster on their paper. So yes, we could all play together and everyone can play together. It does work. But then it would get kind of nutty in the chat when someone's like, oh, I defeated this monster this turn. And with the chat delay, it can get messy. So I'd rather do like a Discord call where the audio is synced up with what I'm seeing, you know? So that way we don't get out of sync and people aren't describing defeating monsters while the rest of the chat's also chatting and bumping stuff up. Then I'm trying to line up. I know I see timestamps, but it's like some people have a 30-second delay. Some people have like a 5-second delay. So it's like really hard to play that. Cartographers would work better. Comparing roll and writes, but I did think, Janet, about doing this one, and I was going to schedule it more in advance and kind of work with the Discord and kind of set up something multiplayer wise. But I don't know if this one's the best for playing multiplayer on stream like that. I might play this multiplayer on stream with like people locally, but it's the whole idea of you need to tell me when you kill a monster and was it before I killed the monster, and we need to do some damage and spread it out. But yeah. Yeah, it's possible. It's definitely possible. It just would get a little messy. But yeah, we could do like this kind of game with like a Discord. I mean, does anyone own this game who's watching right now? Other than Stefan or Stefan? Stefan, yeah, you do. The 3rd attempt, you don't lose life in solo mode for not using both dice. Yes, you do, unless you hit the monster on the turn. Right? Right. Unless I'm misunderstanding, but I did explain at the start that's the rules I was going with. But again, if you're reading a different language rulebook, it might be more clear than the rulebook I was reading too, right? Let's go to rules. Solo rule health loss. So I tried the solo version of the game and I was wondering if you use 1 pair of dice without fighting a monster and don't use your 2nd pair of dice. Do you lose 2 health? 1 for not fighting and 1 for not using a 2nd pair of dice? Or 1 health for not fighting the monster? Could not find the answer in the rules because it stated that you can choose not to use a 2nd pair of dice after damaging a monster. Thanks in advance. This person says, I am not sure I understand the question, but here's the way I play, and I find it very much balanced. And this is the way I just decided to play. As I explained at the start of the stream, because there's no for sure answer, each turn you must use 2 pairs of dice. Each pair of dice you cannot use makes you lose 1 health. If you don't damage a monster during the turn, you lose 1 health. If you damage a monster, you may not use the 2nd pair of dice without losing health. Therefore, you may either win 3, 2, I think he means lose. You may either lose 3, 2, 1, or 0 health. You lose 3 health if you can't use either pair of dice. You lose 2 health. You cannot use 1 pair of dice and can't damage a monster. Or you lose 1 health. You cannot damage a monster but use both pairs of dice. And remember, we're talking about solo, right? Oh, you posted a link to BGG post with statement from publisher? Or lose 0 health. You didn't damage a monster. Post a link to BGG, statement from publisher. You know what it's called? What's the post called, Stefan? Solo mode, life losing conditions. Okay. Solo mode. Here, I'll just do that. Let's see what we get. Oh no, that's probably a bad idea. Solo mode, comma, life losing. Oh, I remember reading through this one. It was making my head hurt. I read through this one yesterday. I was trying to figure it out too. Hello everyone, discovering this excellent game. I'm not fully clear regarding the way life points must be managed. How many lives are we supposed to lose when we don't hit a monster? 2 squares are crossed, assume 1 life. 1 square crossed only, 1 life for not damaged 1. 1 second per uncrossed. No can be crossed, 3 lives. Thank you. Who is the publisher? I have the same question after Ravensburger. They confirm that interpretation of losing 3 life points is correct. But in solo mode, if you lose all your life points, the game ends, but you still count your points. Scroll down a little more. Andre Mack is the publisher. Thank you for this question. In solo mode, you don't lose life when you don't use a pair of dice. You only lose life when not hitting a monster each round, or when killing a monster where you lose life with the reward. It's supposed to be a real challenge to clear a map completely. I'm curious if the points you managed to get on the different maps. Feel free to post some high scores. Huh. Solo mode. Yeah, that's weird, man. And again, they have no official FAQ, right? So you're supposed to be able to dig in that form to find the answer. Huh. I want to see what they wrote here. I'm just curious. A solo player rolls all 5 dice, but always acts as the passive. The player only uses the black dice ability by taking 1 black die from their start ability area or 1 black from their treasure chest. The player loses 1 life if they don't deal at least 1 damage to a monster during each round, even if they use both dice pairs elsewhere. Important, the solo player may forfeit the second dice pair during a round without losing a life point, as long as they deal damage to a monster. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, that's very confusing. Yeah, that makes a huge difference, right? Interesting. Interesting. Wow. Wow. Yeah, lots of incorrect information, right? And the crazy part is the rule book that I'm using right here, I downloaded from their site this morning. Like from Ravensburger, and it's still not corrected. That's crazy. It's still not clear. So many issues. Okay, let me keep reading here. Thank you for your answer, Andre. It is surprisingly different to the answer I got from Ravensburger, which is the publisher. I always had the feeling of playing something wrong in solo mode because it was too frustrating. My highest score with annoyed animals is 93. Congratulations, Harold. My modestly achieved an 84, only time I could finish it. Which answer is the right one? Andres or Ravensburger? I'm not sure how Andres could be correct and have the section where you can ignore the second pair damage free when you do damage to a monster make any sense at all. Yeah, it's still very confusing. Andre's answer seems to be in line with the rules. In solo, there is not direct penalty for not using dice pairs. Just focus on the player loses 1 life point if they do at least 1 damage. If even reaffirms this by saying player may forfeit the second dice pair during a round, as long as they deal damage. So you lose just 1 life point if you don't damage the monster, that's it? Yeah, that does change the game, how I played it for sure. Interesting. Okay, well, at least we all learned something today. How the game works solo and how to play properly. But is it properly? I still don't know if it's proper. I just played solo for Annoyed Animals and I agree with this, which I'm guessing is in line with Ravensburger's ruling. There's no reason to have the ignore a second pair for free if you damage line, if you just ignore it for free normally. Exactly. But again, the English rule book is poorly translated. We already know this. I went with the ruling the OP was trying to clarify. 1 damage if you don't hit a monster, 1 damage to you per dice pair you don't use, no damage to you, and you forgo a second pair of dice if you hit the monster in the round. Poorly explained in the rule book, but the rule is you only take damage when not damaging a monster and when you defeat a monster with the damage. Alice? Just to confirm that in solo mode, it's not mandatory to use both pairs. Yeah, this changes it. Interesting. Good thing I've only played the game 2 times, though. Otherwise, I'd be really frustrated if I streamed it a whole bunch and we were playing it wrong the whole time. Interesting. So what do we do? Do we keep playing? Stefan, is that what you want? You want me to take away health and we keep going? I can do that. It's easily corrected, right? Although we definitely lost, I think we lost extra health, and there at least one other time we lost 2 health on the turn. There was a few times where we maybe lost more health too. I don't know. Who cares? It's fine. At least we learned, right? At least we learned. Or maybe our next playthrough? We need 2 more likes to play this game again. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, that's interesting. Stefan says the German rules only state in solo you lose life only for not hitting a monster or if monster damages you. And yeah, Stefan, that's what people were saying when I was reading in there, was saying the English rulebook messed up so many things, like poorly translated from the German one. But you would assume if it's a Richard Garfield game who speaks English, right? His English is his primary language, I assume. I could be wrong on that. I would assume the English rulebook would be the play, but it sounds like he came up with the design and the publisher did all the work after, right? So it seems like he just got his name on the box for like coming to them with the idea, not even like making the rule book. Stefan, thank you so much for being German. I appreciate you for that reason. And only that reason. Only that reason. I'm just kidding. That's awesome. Thank you for the help though. Yeah, again, it's struggle. So I have this unofficial FAQ that I was going by, right? That somebody made earlier this year. And I was going by this, you know, while there's no official errata release from the publisher, people have compared the German original language rulebook to the English and identified a number of mistranslations and unclear rules. And they put them all in this document, except for the solo one. There's no clarification whether it takes 1 or 2 damage on a turn. Official sources have provided contradictory guidance. So when the publisher says 2 different answers, I then just pick whatever one's the most accepted version that I found online. So I just went with that. And the accepted version from the few posts I looked at, people are just taking full damage, right? Like as much as possible. And because I think in most solo games, right, it's usually made to be more difficult. So people maybe just think that way. Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting. I appreciate it. Well, interesting. So here's what we'll do. Here's what we'll do. Let's undo that last check. Right? Because we only took 1 damage for not damaging a monster. I crossed off something for the other number. Right? I don't remember what it was. I think it was a 6, right? We were able to cross off the 6, but I had nowhere to put a 10. So because we didn't hit a monster, we lose 1, right? So we still have 1 health left. Technically, we should have 2, because I know there was one other turn where we took 2 damage, and it only should have been 1. So let's take away 2. Let's just take away 2, and we'll keep going. We'll see how far we can get, right? Let's see how far we can get. Just for fun. It's like easy to kind of fix it, but obviously I probably took damage when I shouldn't have, and we would have made different choices. So we still have 2 health left, okay? Let's go with that. Let's go with that. Let's keep it going. Yeah, I marked off the 6, which were fine, but I still didn't damage a monster. But that changed like so much, right? Because then there would have been so many turns where if I couldn't damage a monster, why would I use any dice, right? Unless it progressed me more to a monster. Because then I'm filling up way more spaces than I don't need to, right? Yeah, it's completely different. That's completely different. Such a different mindset, right? I have to like rethink my strategy the whole game in solo. All right, let's continue. Let's continue for fun. Jackpot Man's here. Hey guys, just joined. Is this game any fun and what's it about? It's a dungeon crawling, fantasy themed roll and write game. You can play it solo or multiplayer, 1 to 4 players. It is fun, yes. You can unlock special abilities. There's treasures, gems. You're trying to get the high score. You're defeating monster layers. You're trying to progress your way through the dungeon by choosing from pairs of dice. And there's even a black die, which you can use a special ability to access the black die to help you with some dice mitigation, I guess. To kind of make pairs of numbers. There's achievements you can try to unlock to get higher scores. But yeah. And in a multiplayer game, you're kind of racing to defeat monsters and get higher points than other players, get the most loot. And you have a health meter where you can get hit and lose points or die, depending on the version of the game you're playing. And it comes with 4 different maps, and it's designed by Richard Garfield, published by Ravensburger, and it's called Dungeons, Dice, and Danger. And yeah, it has 4 different dungeons that you can play through of increasing difficulty. And like I said, if we hit 50 likes on today's stream before it ends, I will stream this game tomorrow, and I'll play more dungeons, and we'll check those out. And we'll play it 100% correct solo mode, now that we just learned from our German friend, Stefan, who has a better edition of the rulebook than the English people do, because it's full of errata and issues, and no official FAQ from the publisher. Awesome. Other than that, it's a fun little roll and write that takes like an hour or less to play. It's a good time. And it's definitely cooler than I'm making it sound, I think. Oh, there's 50 likes now? Yes, we did it. Thank you everyone for hitting that. Yeah, we'll play. There's a there's a few in the chat that are excited, a few that just don't care, and I appreciate it. Yeah, so I'll schedule a stream for tomorrow. We'll play like 2 of the other maps, let's say. We'll play 2 of the other maps tomorrow, and we'll check them out. But yeah, you can scrub back if you just joined. You can always scrub back to the start of the stream. I explain the game. We do a little unboxing, show within the game and stuff. That could also help, and then jump back. But we're almost done here, I think. We just found out we were playing a rule kind of incorrectly the whole time because there's like a mistranslation. So it does change up the game a bit, but I definitely watching the playthrough, you get an idea of how the game works for sure. And that's really what we're here to do. Okay. And yeah, I'll give you my thoughts on the game after if I didn't already kind of let them all slip, but yeah, we'll talk about it. Janet, you re-retired? Perfect. Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna try to do a whole bunch of daytime streams this week. Because I am playing lighter games, so I don't have to spend so much time. I've been trying to learn them in the evenings and in the mornings. So hopefully I stream like, 2 or 3 times in the day this week. Except for the day Kyle's coming, because that'll take some extra setup and I have to relearn that game again because it's been a couple weeks. But yeah, that's the play. So I'm glad you can join. That's awesome. Don't get too used to it though, again. Sometimes in the day it's hard to learn a game and stream it the same day or the next day. But we'll try. I have some other solo games I might be able to learn too, in the evenings to stream in the day too. But thank you for the super chat and thank you for supporting on YouTube for 26 months. Thank you, Janet. Thank you. Also, Janet, if you can tell me how many days till Gen Con, I need to know. And I know you probably know that number. I would like to know. It's like in the 60s now, right? Or is it still in the 70s? 60s, right? It's coming too fast. All right. So what do we have here? We have, we got an 11. 11 and a 7. So 11 can unlock this. That's important. The 7 doesn't damage anything, right? We can hit an 8. We have 8 and 10. An 8 unlocks us to be able to hit this guy eventually. We have a way to hit the boss, though? No, right? 9 and a 9. Yeah, we need a 4 right now to hit this guy. Hmm. 66 days? Man, it's going way too quick. Way too quick. Yeah, Stefan counts down to Essen Spiel. One of these years I will count down to that also, Stefan, or Stefan, but not this year. Not this year. 11 hit the boss, but that doesn't. I want to progress. Yeah, we'll just hit the boss. Damn it. I don't want to hit the boss. I know I need to, but I want to open up other places. So what do we have left? A 7? Can that even do anything for us? No, right? I can check this off, but it doesn't matter. I don't need to. I need to get this 7 down here or this 7 over here. All right. Yeah. Stefan, what do you think about this game? What are your thoughts on the game? I'm sure you played it a lot more than I have, because this is only my second game. And my other game is now invalid. This game's invalid. I don't even know what to do. Addy, 11 and 7. All right, so we have a 3 and a 10. Or we have a 6 and a 7. 3 does hit the boss, and it would defeat the boss, and then the game's over. The game's over because we take 2 hits from the boss, right? So we kind of don't want to do that, but we would get more points from the boss, right? We got to remember that I already marked 3 of these down here as gems too, right? So if we do finish the boss, we get to add 1 more gem down here. Yeah, I'll just remind myself I took 3. I don't know. I'll just put that there. Okay. What can we do? We're 7 and a 6. Yeah, not having the black die being able to be pulled in, I think, is the thing that's been hurting us the most. I think this ability, I wish I could unlock it here. But yeah, I think we just beat the boss and end it. Right? Can we? With the 3, right? So this we can only hit with the 4. Just double checking. Yeah, I think that's it, right? Stefan says, I like it a lot. Solo mode is challenging, I think. Played multiplayer a couple of times online. Oh, there's an online way to play it too? That's cool. Cool. Well, that's a way we could play. Is it like official online, or is it like a fan-made like tabletop simulator or something? 6 hits bottom mob. No, the only thing that hits the bottom, right? The only thing that hits the bottom right now is a 4. We don't have a 5 or 8 unlocked. I'm not at this room yet, so a 12 and a 2 don't hit this guy, and haven't reached this guy yet, so a 3 and 11 don't work. The only things that I can hit right now are a 3, a 5, and 11 on the boss, because I have not activated the 8 and the 4, or a 4 down here, because I've not activated the 5 or the 8. It is official? Oh, cool. Well, that just answered the way to play multiplayer with people online digitally. Interesting. I'll try to look into that after. Interesting. All right, let's just hit the boss. And then we take 2 damage. And then because we filled in another square. Oh, we get 6 gems from beating the boss, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, that was worth it, I think. I think that was worth it. Because defeating the boss, we get 6 gems. So now what do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. So 66 if they're worth 3 points each. Not the best score. Great. Yeah. Oh yeah. Sorry. Yeah. The gray only are activation spaces that actually activate those. Yeah. The 6 is just a white space. Yeah. So it doesn't do anything for activating damage on the like finding weaknesses on the boss, on the enemies. So what does the 66 do for us? What does the 66 do? Oh, I'm a true hero. Woo! Again, if we knew from the start. Sorry I missed it, Stefan, so many times. I didn't see you mentioning that. I'm so sorry. I don't read everything in the chat. If I did, half my stream would be like this. I used to try to read everything in the chat. But then most of my stream, when I watch it back later, I'm just like this. And then when you're watching later, it's like so much dead air. It's just like annoying. So I try to do a fine balance of like scan the chat, grab things I can, answer questions, or when there's downtime to chat, save it for the end kind of thing. But yeah, I totally missed that. I'm so sorry. We also do, Stefan, you're a member. We do have a member emoji. If you want to catch my attention, spam the rules emoji, and it'll kind of like yell out that I'm making a rules mistake, and it'll be noticeable, right? And then some of the other people will start mentioning that you yelled it or whatever. I'm so sorry for missing it though. I don't say that enough, but yeah, appreciate it so much. Thank you. Yeah, tomorrow's stream will be the officially, hopefully correct playthrough, but then we're gonna play in a different dungeon, which might have some different rules. So we might mess those up too. So it's all good. But I don't put it on myself, man. The rule book, I should have made more mistakes based on how the English translation's pretty bad. But yeah, hopefully it helps people out who are watching be able to correct the way they're playing, right? Yeah. How? Yeah, let's check this out online, right? I want to see. Yeah, I don't know how to play it online. I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't even know what you even look for that. I don't play my board games online usually. Let's look digital. Maybe I'll search digital. I'm just finding like stores selling it. None of them are. It's oh, Board Game Arena. Oh, it's similar to Board Game Arena. Oh, okay, okay. Formerly a German site. Oh, okay. Jackpot Man, thank you for the donation. It says loot for the true hero, in quotes, true hero. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the donation. I appreciate it. But yeah. Yeah, that's Dungeons, Dice, and Danger. So I'll schedule another stream for this for tomorrow. We'll do it at noon the same time. I will put a link for that in the video description in the playlist. So go check the playlist section right after the stream is over. I'll go schedule the next stream and join us tomorrow for that. But yeah, it's definitely a cool game. I like it. I like it. I want to play a multiplayer still, which I haven't, but it seems like it'd be fun and quick, easy, good family game, easy to teach. Has the cool dungeon crawling fantasy themes that I love. So it's just fun, quirky, cool little strategic game. A roll and write, like it's only like the second roll and write I've ever played, so I can't really compare it to like, is it a good roll and write? I mean, it's a solid game. That's all I can say. From all the family games, party games, you know, short filler games, it definitely is one of my favorite in there, which I like. But yeah, I like it. I think I like it better than Cartographers. But Cartographers, I've only played multiplayer, and it was fun. It was really good. I liked it a lot. But I don't know. I like how I don't have to color in this one to please my niece, where I have to draw trees and make it all colorful. I like I can just quickly use a pencil and cross things out in this one. So that's nice. But yeah. If I Google Dungeons, Dice, and Danger online, it's my first result. But yeah, but you're getting like filtered based on cookies and algorithms and yeah. And probably because you visited the site before. Yeah. Okay, cool. I'll find it if we're gonna use it, I'll find it. I will dig. I'm sure someone's mentioned it in BGG, right? Like in the forums, I'm sure someone's like linked to it or something, right? Maybe it's in like the variants or something. Oh yeah, Stefan, if you're a member and you're in our Discord, yeah, you can put it in there. Yeah. I don't know if I can open it on this computer, but I'll look at it after though. I'll look at it after. We can talk about it on tomorrow's stream. Yeah, we can talk about it on tomorrow's stream. And also stay tuned. This week we're playing our second episode of Hunters AD 2114. So if you haven't been watching that series, want to join us, you can go check out episode 1. It's already up on the channel in the live section or in the playlist section. You can find the playlist for many of our playthroughs there. We'll be continuing our Frosthaven playthrough this weekend. I'm going to play another family weight fantasy dungeon crawler game hopefully this week solo. So stay tuned for that. I'll schedule that for later in the week. And yeah. Thanks a lot for watching, and I don't know what else to say, but I appreciate all the help with the rules. I help everyone voting, playing along, watching, hitting the like button. We actually reached 52 likes. That's pretty crazy. Thank you so much. And I don't know what that is, Janet. I don't know what Legacy of You is. No idea. No clue. You know how many board games there literally are every week that come out that I don't know them all. But no. I'll look at it now though, or later. I mean, after the stream. Legacy of You. Remember, please keep in mind, I don't mind playing games solo. Streaming them with you guys, it is fun. But I'll be honest, solo gaming is not my favorite thing. And I'm only playing right now because I have no one to play with, unless I knew about the digital version. I guess I could have played online. But I prefer to play this game multiplayer. That's what really drew me to it. I'm just playing it right now because it has a solo mode, and I want to try it out. and it was in my pile of games coming up next that I need to play. But yeah, again, I'm not like I play a lot of games solo, but I'm not a solo gamer per se. Like, it's not my preferred way, and it's not the reason why I love this hobby. And it's not what draws me to this hobby. It's not my preferred way to play. Thank God a lot of games have it, or else COVID would have been pretty rough with the lockdowns and stuff. But I am lucky to have a wife that plays and a daughter that used to love to play with me and now will play with me if I pay her or threaten her somehow, or handcuff her to the table. And I have friends like Kyle who will play. So I have people I can play physically with, and I love the social nature of the game. And I do cheat. I have you guys to play with socially in the chat on solo games and multiplayer games, but I prefer gaming to be a multiplayer affair, whether co-op or competitive. And one of my favorite experiences in tabletop is like competitively playing against another player in like card or board games, competing. That is like what drives me, going to tournaments and stuff like that. I like to get better at games, but I do like to try lots of different games. But don't get me wrong, like Final Girl solo is awesome. Hexplorit solo is great. There are some games I just love to play solo. They're fine. Seventh Continent, I would only play that solo. Mage Knight, I had fun with it multiplayer, but it is definitely a better solo game. There are some games that just like, yes, I love those games and I only would play them solo. But yeah, just keep that in mind. People always like, as soon as I play a solo game, there's always people messaging like, this game's awesome solo, you should play this game. But it's like, guys, like I'm only playing these solo just to check them out, but like I don't really want to, if that makes sense. Like beating my high score is like, doesn't drive me to play games, right? Like I play this one, I'll play this one solo to try each map. But once I try each map, like I don't know if I care about beating my high score. But I would definitely play it multiple times with multiple people to try it out and try to beat them and, you know, see if I could beat everyone at the table and try different strategies and stuff. Just being open and honest. Just being open and honest. Don't you point that high precision mental atticus, Bob. My custom, super high valued component in my board game. Hadrian's Wall. What is Hadrian's Wall? I don't know what that is either. I guess I could Google them, right? Yeah, let me look it up right now. Let me look it up right now. Legacy of You? Oh, it's a this year game. Oh, it's New Hotness. You're trying to get me to play New Hotness? The game I played today is too old for you from last year? All right, let's see. Legacy of You. Oh, Garfield Games, Shem Phillips. Yeah. Yes, I love, you guys know, some of my favorite worker placement games. Architects of the West Kingdom, Raiders of the North Sea. Love those two games. Love those two games. But I didn't like Paladins that much. Wasn't really my jam. So yeah, not all the games they make I care for. But what is this? Is it Roll and Write 2 or something? What's the deal here? Oh, it's solo only? Fully resettable, non-linear campaign game. Oh, I see why you're mentioning it, Janet. I get it now. I get it. Okay, so this isn't like what we were playing today, like a similar game. Or is it? Oh man, I'm getting like, yeah. All the symbology or whatever, it's like all the same in all their games, right? Mm-hmm. Hadrian's Wall is like the ultimate roll and write? Oh, what do you mean by ultimate? Like it's good, or is it like really complex? So you're saying it's ultimate. Why is it ultimate? Hold on. The same publisher though, right? You said? Why you no load? Why you load slow, BGG? Holy crap, holy. This is the roll and write game? I've seen this box before. I didn't know what it was though. Pete is one of 6 Roman generals in charge of a mile castle along Hadrian's Wall. Oh, designed by Bobby Hill. Uh-oh. Guys, man, am I going to burn my brain? It's like a 3.10 roll and write. I didn't even know they got that complex. Or is the... What about the Imperial Salt, or not Imperial Salt? What am I thinking of? The Twilight Imperium one. Is that not the ultimate? Is that not the ultimate one? I don't know. I would have thought so. But again, I don't know much about roll and write, guys. I'm like not very versed in it. And I kind of don't know if I'd want to make it like super complex. I like how roll and writes are like, or flip and writes, or, you know, those kind of things. They're kind of like, they're chill, right? They're like kind of like good little filler fun games. What the hell is this? This like makes my head hurt even just looking at it. Oh, Twilight Inscription's lighter than this? Oh no! Oh no! No way! Oh, what are you guys doing to me? I can't do it. Why? I can't even spell it. Twilight Inscription, I see it. No, according to the community, it's more complex by a whole 0.1. Oh my god, what are you guys doing to me? Why are you trying to show me the most complex versions of the lightest next to party games category in my mind? I didn't realize there was this corner of the market of super complex hardcore roll and writes. Until I saw Twilight Inscription, I thought FFG was being crazy. I didn't realize there was other games before it. 2021? The ultimate roll and write, eh? Oh my god, do I have to do it? It's combo galore. So cool. Yeah, Bob says run, Rob, run. No. Oh my god. I feel I feel like when I look at this board, like when I look at this screenshot, I feel like I'm gonna have to be on something that day to like, or stream this over like 3 streams because it's gonna be too much. I like the idea of a campaign. That sounds fun. Janet says do it. Stop it with the peer pressure. No. Here I am trying to play a roll and write today. I got other family games to play later. I'm gonna try to play a few family games, mix them in a little more to kind of like, you know, calm down, stream a little more with a little less stress. And then you guys are showing me this. I hate you guys. I hate all of you. I do want to discover this. This does make me want to see what it's about. You guys have intrigued me. I hate all of you. Oh, man. Frederick, congratulations on supporting for at least a whole year. Thank you for clicking the join button over a year ago. Much appreciated. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Chat me. Yeah, it happens, Jackpot Man. I have a whole pile of games that chat made me buy, or, you know, maybe were mentioned in person, or, you know, Discord I saw. Yeah, all the time. It happens all the time. You guys influence. Hate is such a strong word. Or sorry, I don't hate you guys. I hate your influence on me, okay? I hate it. Stop it. It's worth it though. Oh, damn you guys. Just scrolling back, reading all the comments about this one. Hadrian's Wall is multiplayer and solo and has a campaign. All right, I'll put it on the list. I'll add it to the wish list. Oh, at retail, obviously, right? This is not something that was only kickstarted once every 4 years and I can only buy it secondhand. Because Garfield Games keeps their games like retail printed, right? I can usually find their stuff at a good price and support my local game store. Yeah, their games are quality. I have nothing against their games. It's just some of the games start feeling like, you know, the same symbols, the same artists usually and stuff. They kind of just start blending together, but this looks cool. Frederick says, Hadrian's Wall is my favorite. Doesn't work that good multiplayer though. That's okay. I'll play it solo. It's fine. I expect some of you to be here though to help me out when I'm playing it though, for sure. Retail available, nice. That's cool, Jackpot Man. That's cool. I don't tend to try to watch other people's playthroughs because then, like, if they have mistakes, I sometimes might take those mistakes on, add it on to my own misinterpretations of mistakes. But I will watch usually like official playthroughs to try to catch, you know, maybe with how the designer's playing certain things or stuff, or if like I'm really struggling with a game. But I try to tend to stay away from other playthroughs of it. But again, if other playthroughs exist, like maybe I don't need to bother with it then. If there's like already a whole bunch of playthroughs out there too. Sometimes I'll look up a game, and if it's like older and like tons of playthroughs that are out there that are like of decent quality, like I don't really need to play it, right? Because I have my own games too that I want to play that maybe don't have enough love or that I really want to try. So does Rodney have a how to play? I'll watch a how to play. Does he have a how to play? I'll watch that if the rules are like not fun. Like Rodney, oh yeah, Rodney has a how to play of this game. And he even has a errata in his how to play. That's when I was like, wait, he said there was a misprint. And that's when I started Googling. Yeah, watch it played. You can find an official rules video that has corrections in it. Yes, I forgot that. Yes. I forgot to shout that out at the beginning. Because that kind of like helps with the bad rule book for English speaking at least. Oh, okay. Okay, cool. All right, I'll look it up. This is crazy. Are those all meeples? Are these all meeples? Is that what that is? Oh no, that's just like dry erase, right? That's dry erase. What the hell was that? What is this? Someone thinks they're funny. Oh, I'm assuming it was a Kickstarter, right? Kickstarter probably comes with all the meeples. Yeah. Trying not to spend as much money on games this year, guys. Stop it. I'm trying to save up for Gen Con. Stop it. All right. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate it. All right. I'm for real done this time. I'm for real done. Thank you, everyone, for the recommendations, though. Janet, thank you for recommending that game. The Legacy of You. But I think Hadrian's Wall has me more interested, actually, right now. But I should look into that other game, too. But I'll put both on a list to look at. And then probably put them on a wish list for my local game store if they're retail available, both of them. And then just like order them for like kind of like next time I place an order. I did just place an order like yesterday though. So I'm trying to like keep my board game buying a little tame because I still have so many games like from last year that I want to play through. And I'm trying to catch up a little bit. I'm trying. It's so hard though. So many games come out all the time. Janet, you don't have to do that. Stop. You're just here watching is good enough. Stop it. But thank you for the $10 super chat to the Hadrian's Wall budget. I don't. It's not so much about the financial. It's also about the time. Like, if I should take a picture of all the games that I have never streamed that I want to stream, and compare that to the picture of games that I've already streamed that I want to stream more of. And then all the configurations of player counts and campaigns and stuff of various games that I also want to stream more episodes of. And then I look at the amount of time in a year and how it's like a square peg in a round hole. Plus going to conventions, that also takes away from gaming time. And it's, yeah, I could buy many, many more games, but it just makes the pile bigger and then causes my hair to go grayer faster. So if I can reduce that, if I have less gray hair every day or less increased grays, that is what I'm striving to achieve. Not to play every board game that exists. I've stopped trying to do that. I just want to play quality games and stream them with you guys. Thank you for the super chat, and Jackpot Man again. Thank you for this. Go buy some more time. Get out of here. I wish it was that easy. I wish it was that easy just to buy more time. I do. He needs a just for men budget now. No. That doesn't solve the problem either. That doesn't solve the problem either. Oh my god, you guys are killing me. Oh, Matthew just says, I just pressed stop on my cassette player. Time for MC Hammer. Frederick says, oh, this is big. Frederick says, once you try Hadrian's Wall, you'll never want friends again. That is that on the back of the box, like a tagline from the designer or like a reviewer? Oh, imagine that's like your quote on the box. Once you try this game, you'll never want friends again. Oh, I see, Janet. Janet says, since you just added Dungeons, Dice, and Danger to my unplayed pile, it's only fair to share with you. I see. I see. So it's like we're throwing rocks at each other now. I see. I see how it is. Trying to stay even. I get it. I'm sorry, okay? I'm sorry. But yeah, it's definitely a cool little game. Definitely the Dice Dungeons and Danger. For what it is, like, definitely cool. I don't even know how much it was. I bought it at Gen Con from the publisher, so I probably paid like full price or whatever, like MSRP. But that's something to look up, I guess, before we go. Again, I bought it like, 9 months ago or whatever it was. Let's see. I'm curious. Dungeons, Dice, and Danger. So this is Canadian. Let's see. Oh, it's still in stock at a lot of places. Out of stock at some. Man, it's only like a little $30 Canadian game. What's the US on it? $27 US? Yeah, so I probably paid $27 US for it at the con, I think. Because it looks like $26.99 is probably MSRP. But you can get it as low as $21. Well, it's out of stock. So $24. In the UK, what do we got here? 15 to 16, 18 pounds, 19 pounds. And in stock, like everywhere in the UK. Holy, you guys got lots of options. But yeah, it's a cheap little game, but like it's fun, right? Like, I don't know. Even if I played only 4 times, like 4 hours of playing, let's say, right? Like I played each scenario 1 time. 4 hours for, $5, $7 an hour. Is that good? Maybe not. But if you're going to play it multiplayer a few times, then it's definitely worth it. But yeah, just a cheap little roll and write game. I don't know. It's cute. It's cool. But yeah. Yeah, I forgot how much we paid for it. Because if anyone's been to a board game convention before, yeah, you forget what you bought, when and where, and here. You're just like leaving with tons of games, unless you have self-control. But yeah, so I forget. Bob, when I was creating the stream today, when I was putting the title in, yes, the Oxford comma, I was putting it in, and then I double checked on the name of the game, and I was like, I kept having to delete it out after when I was making the stream. Yes, I noticed that too. That did bother me a little bit. Bob, thank you for the super chat. Some money to stop bitching and go buy Hadrian's Wall. Bob, thank you for the donation, Bob. I appreciate it. Thank you. But anyways, thank you guys for the donations. Now I have to go buy it or I'll be in trouble. But yeah, I'll check it out. If it's at a local game store that I don't need to go very far for, but some of the game stores are like a few cities away and they have like better price, better selection. And I still go to those stores to play organized play over the years. So I don't mind ordering from them, but if I order like bigger orders, I get like free shipping. So I might just put it on the wish list and then order it on the next order, like maybe next month. But yeah. Yeah. We'll see. Unless somehow it's at a local store, then I could just like drive over quick and grab it. Yeah, then I'll do that. But yeah, thank you though. Still, Welcome to the Moon. I feel like that game definitely somebody sent me that game, but I think I don't know if I have it, but I passed it on, I think, to some friends who I thought would play it more. I have this one. There's a cool roll and write I have. It's like a pinball one. And I want to try that. I've not played it, but they have like it's sold well enough. They made other versions of it. But that was one of the first roll and writes I ever bought, was because it had the pinball theme, and I thought it was super cool. And I love going to retro like barcades to play like pinball machines and drink beers. I love that. I love playing retro arcade games, as some of you already know on the channel. But authentic pinball, oh, I love that. I love it, love it, love it. Anyways, thank you all for watching. I'm gonna get out of here. I'll be back tomorrow with another stream of this game. I'll schedule it shortly. Just look for it in the video description or upcoming on the page, or make sure you subscribe, turn on the notification bell so you get notified when we go live. Anyways, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.